Hey guys, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a Flesh and Blood stream. Tonight, I've got something a little bit special for you guys that Nathaniel and I've been working on, and we've cooked up a little bit here. So tonight, we're going to have Nathaniel on, as I kind of just mentioned. Say hi, Nathaniel.
Yo, what's up?
All right, so tonight, we're going to be practicing for calling Hartford, and I'm really excited because we're leaving Friday morning to get down and play in the Ravenous Rival event, but what we've done is we've taken some of the sealed pools from this weekend that we played, this past weekend that we played in Heavy Hitters, and some of the guys on the team have really helped us out here, and they've taken the time to input them into February. And then what Nathaniel did is he actually took the time to break down the pools into different hero sets for us, so you guys don't have to sit and watch us do this on stream. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull up each of the sealed pools, and I've got Nathaniel's camera live here, and we're going to talk about our different sealed pools and the cards that stand out to us. And then we're going to show you the 3 different decks that he's taken the time to put together. And then we're going to play a few games from each sealed pool against the heroes. And then we have a second sealed pool where we're going to do the same thing. And then at the end, if we have enough time for one last game, I'm thinking that we might sit down and look at each of the sealed pools, determine which hero we think is best, and then play those games against each other, because I think that'll be a really cool test, and it kind of gives us an idea of what we want to play for each class and what we're looking at. So thanks for hanging out tonight. I hope you guys really enjoy this. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. All right. Let's see. There we go. I got you live now. All right. Here we go. So are you looking at sealed pool 1 here?
Yeah, I am.
All right. So looking at sealed pool 1, like, looking at equipment, first off, the like 2 things that jump out at me are the Guardian legs and the Warrior arms. The 3 block equipment is really good in this set, I think.
I agree. But I think the main equipment that I look at is flat trackers for sure.
Okay.
Making agility is kind of what the set is about, I think.
Honestly, I completely agree. Like, would you say that agility is just the best token in limited?
Guaranteed.
Yeah, I also think that. Okay, so we get 84 cards from 6 packs in a sealed pool here that we can actually have access to here. So we have 10 pieces of equipment, and then we start looking at the cards here, and, just kind of going down through the list, there's a lot of good cards in this first row here. I actually really like the Agile Engagement card. Anything that potentially gives us a Quicken token, I think, has a lot of value. Like, also, so we have a rainbow version of the Agile Engagements, and then we have rainbow of Agile Windup, which is also really good. Not only because they attack, but because they give agility.
Good stuff.
Assault and Battery is a really cool card.
More agility.
What'd you say?
Said more agility.
I mean, yeah, I know, exactly. So, like, a 3 for 7 that blocks 3 and gives an agility? How crazy powerful is that?
So good. Agility on a stick.
Hey, Caleb, what's up, dude? Uh-oh. We keep losing Nathaniel's picture there. All right, there we go. All right. So, obviously, the first card that really jumps out at me is Bet Big. Like, obviously, Bet Big is, it's an M. Like, it's an insanely powerful card to play in Betsy. So, like, that automatically has me leaning in that direction. But I don't think it's that simple. And I think it's like we should definitely evaluate the cards more.
Mm-hmm.
Bigger Than Big also pushes me to Betsy. Like, I really like this card. Like, the red auras are actually pretty sweet in my opinion, and I think they have a lot of value. I mean, Command Respect is a cool card. Like, I like Command Respect. If nothing else, it's just like it's a 3 block that also like attacks for 6 at red. So I don't think that's really bad. What do you think about Engaged Swiftblade? Tell me about this card a little bit.
This is the 1 for 3. Yep.
Yeah, with like pseudo go again.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to play much Kasai, so in theory, this is really good, especially in the end game.
So I really like this card into the non-Kasai decks.
Yeah, that's what I said. I agree on that.
Like, against Kasai, I played it against Naib in the finals of our match the other day, and I had 2 red ones, and they both just felt like 3 blocks.
Gotcha. What's 3 blocks? Not bad.
I mean, if we're playing Warrior, I'm playing this card in any matchup just because it does block 3. Absolutely. Yeah. So tell me how you look at Mighty Windup versus the Agile Windup. Like, how do you feel about Mighty Windup over Agile Windup?
Well, my token is second best token. I mean, I mean, gold token is obviously gold token, but I'm not counting that.
Sure.
Uh, Mighty Windup's good, and I think having Agile and Mighty Windup and KO decks, you have 5 of these if you make a KO pull out of this. That's just 5 card. Mighty Windup gives you 2 Might tokens.
Mm-hmm.
Agile Windup gives you an Agility and a Might. It's good.
No, I
And
agree.
it turns on your Mandible Claw.
Being able to turn on Claude instant speed is a really cool trick. I'm actually like a really big fan of being able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to spend too much time talking about the entire pool because I want to talk about the different decks here. But, you know, some of the cards that stand out to me, Rising Speed. I'm a really big fan of this card. The 2 for 5 with Go Again is like, I feel like that card's really good.
Mm-hmm.
I will play almost any block card in any class that I get. So the one that I'm looking at here is Test of Vigor. Like, I will play this card in a Guardian or a Warrior deck, even if I'm gonna lose a lot of the clashes. I like the 4 block.
The only and Vigor I think is the one where if you have it, you ought to play it. Like you just have that in the deck.
Yeah,
Agility gets a little dicey.
I agree.
I
Giving
don't-
your opponent
I do-
agility token is tough.
Yeah, I don't know if I usually want to do that unless they are Guardian. So it feels excessive agility. It seems a little bit like a sideboard card.
That's fair. No, that makes sense. I could see that. So all of the wage cards are really good. Like these breakpoint 7 power attacks that wage a token is really cool. I mean, again, I feel like these cards like kind of talk about themselves a little bit here.
Mm-hmm.
And I also feel that way about Wage Gold. Like Wage Gold is cool, and I like that it's universal. But again, it's like a 3 for 7, so I think like you automatically just kind of slide it into most decks that you play. One card that I do want to talk about here for just a second is Wall of Meat and Muscle. This card actually impressed me. This card allowed me to play a bet big twice in one game.
Yeah, that's if you have a power card. Yeah.
I was like,
Pretty good.
don't get me wrong, it's not crazy, and like most of the time it probably just blocks 3, but it was like when it was good, man, it was good.
Yeah, I can see that.
I also really like the idea of Adrenaline Rush in this set. They've kind of brought back some of the like Arcanite Skullcap, Scar for a Scar, you know, lower life, strategical, no blocks kind of thinking, and I really like that. I think it's healthy for the game in general.
I do like red. I don't know about the other colors.
You wouldn't play yellow Adrenaline Rush as a 2 for 6?
Is it a 2 for 6? That's the question.
I mean, if you play strategically, I think it is most games.
I think into Warrior or into Brute, it's kind of hard to make sure that your life total is going to be lower than somebody's.
It is tough. There is
But
definitely some strategy there.
Always has use.
I mean, Adrenaline Rush is also one of those cards that, like, the later the game goes on, the worse it gets.
Yeah,
in a lot of aspects. So, like, it's harder to calculate how much life you can take. Another card like that I really like is Rally the Rear Guard. Now, that doesn't really, like, give you a lot of, like, you know, like Arcanite Skullcap Scar for Scar vibes, but I do like the idea of just being able to block 5 off of one card. Like, you know, just makes it to where you just don't lose to overpower.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big fan of that. And then the last card that we'll really talk about here, like the set of cards that really has impressed me, the Goblet of Blood Run Wine and the Smashback Elhorn, that whole cycle of cards has really impressed me in Limited.
Yeah, Smashback Elhorn is hot.
Yeah.
They're honestly in CC too.
So I saw somebody playing it in CC the other day, which I thought was really neat. They were playing it in KO, I think. I kind of like it though. It's pretty neat.
I think it might be a Leviathan card too, honestly.
Okay, cool. That's what I'm talking about. I can see that. All right, so we've talked about the pool as a whole. Let's talk about the Betsy deck that you put together here. So, I was like looking at the Betsy deck. The obvious include here is the Bet Big, and we're obviously going to play all of the auras that buff things up here. But you know, talk to me about the inclusion of Trade-In.
Trade-In, that's just to get this deck to 30 cards, honestly.
Okay.
But I mean, it's good. I think it's good earlier game. It's gonna suck in the late game at some points in time, unless it depends on what kind of matchup you're playing. But I mean, if you can arsenal it, it's still good.
Yeah, no,
and keep 2 cards. But
that makes a lot of sense.
But right now, like that main deck is like 31, and then I put some cards in the inventory here.
Mm-hmm.
It's like get out that yellow trade-in. Lead with power. I don't unless that card's red. I kind of hate this card.
So this is an interesting card because the warrior version says create an agility token, which is insane.
Yeah, lead with speed is insane.
Lead with speed is broken. Lead with power seems okay to me, and it seems uber medium, like I would say like lower tier medium in Guardian, better in Brute in my opinion.
Yeah, agreed.
So
and uber bad in yellow and blue.
Oh, dude, yeah, no, 100%. I mean, like if I needed blues, I'd play it, but like that's the first thing that stands out to me about playing this deck is that one, we don't have an offhand shield for this pool, so like we don't have we're just forced to play 2 high risers in Betsy, which is like kind of medium as it is anyway. But also, there's only like 10 or 11 blues here. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, there's 10 blues.
10 blues, which feels like you could use one more. 1 or 2 more.
I mean, I think you need like honestly 2 more. Like I think 12 is like a pretty good threshold. So I don't know. It just feels kind of interesting. So
that was my main thing. That despite the bet big, I didn't feel like I wanted to play Betsy with this pool.
That's fair. That makes a lot of sense. That was also like one of my big draws to like not playing it was the lack of blues.
Yeah, I think in like 3 out of 4 games, you're probably gonna hit some very awkward hands.
Yeah,
not 3 out of 4 games, but 1 out of your 4 games at like a pre-release, you're gonna hit an awkward hand for sure.
Yeah, no, I went 3-1 playing Betsy with this pool, and my list was like, I mean, this might have honestly just like been like what I put together. I don't really remember every card, but like it was probably something like this. And I remember the one round I lost. It was the one round I didn't play bet big. Yeah, literally gotcha. The one round I had to block with it and I couldn't play it, like because I had quad reds in my hand, and so like that like that. I think
that happened.
Yeah, so I definitely agree. All right, let's look at who we got next. We got KO's pool next. So you put this whole thing together, so just kind of walk me through this. Walk me through the KO deck and what you think the strengths and the weaknesses are.
Well, I thought this was the best hero for the pool. As soon as I looked at Agile Windup and Assault and Battery, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Not really any Wild Rats, which is kind of sad.
Yeah.
But got Bare Fangs. Bare Fangs is good.
Yep.
And just having Agile Windup and Mighty Windup, you're just making might tokens, man. You're making agility tokens.
Yeah.
It seems like it's gonna be good. Honestly, running into trouble is kind of interesting. I haven't really had this card in use yet.
so it's funny that like you bring this card up.
It's baby. What's it called?
Steel Blade Shot?
No, the Defense React. For Brute. What is it called?
Oh, Reckless Swing.
Yeah, Reckless Swing. It's baby Reckless Swing.
Yeah, no, it's interesting because this card put me from 2-1 in one of the games I was playing this past weekend, and I was like, wow, was not prepared to die to that. So, like, it's just something to keep your eye on, and like, it'd be a real feels bad to lose a game to something like this. So, yeah, I do like this card, but I also like it's a very interesting card.
For the equipment, you have Gauntlet of Might and Flat Trackers.
Mm-hmm.
Hot stuff.
Yep.
Probably breaking those on your turn 1, hopefully not turn 0.
Okay.
Have an arsenal and then have an arsenal, but and then had access to the most blues, I think, out of all the heroes too. So it has like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, stats. Look at the stats. 12.
12. Yeah.
Yep. Looking at 12
12 in the main, and there's like 2 that you could put in with the adrenaline rushes.
The 2 adrenaline rushes, yep.
Again, left out that lead with power and the yellow trade in. And Wall of Meat and Muscle, I just kind of figured throw it in for Betsy
Yeah.
or Victor if you play against it.
Yep.
Especially since those ones are probably going to possibly fatigue you too. I mean, Kasai can too, so maybe you just want to throw it into Kasai too. I probably wouldn't put it into the KO matchup.
That's fair. I mean, we can look at sideboarding that against different matchups tonight and see how it feels. The other thing that I really like here, one, you have the Smashback Elhorn that we talked about, and I liked having the Bonebreaker Bellow. Like, I just like, I think these cards are insane at 3 blocks that give plus, like, you know, +3 to +5, you know, depending on their color here, like, is really good. So
Bonebreaker and Assault and Battery is crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. That is very good. All right, so last one we got put together here is Kasai and Sealed Pool 1. Let's take a look at that. So I like that we have a full suite of equipment in all 3 heroes that you put together. I really like that. Also, like, being able to play flat trackers and being able to play a 3 equipment block here with the Beckon Applause, like, just, I don't know. Like, I feel like you get a lot of value out of equipment in this format. So, like, being able to use that. But let's talk about some of the cards here and, like, why we put in. Because, like, you know, the agile engagements, the agile windups, all that stuff makes sense. One of the cards I've noticed you have in every single list is the red money where your mouth is. Is that because you value the gold token that much? Or just because, like, one, we needed a red and it's a 1 for 3? Like, walk me through that.
Yeah, I think it's just a valuable card. And to Kasai and KO, where they don't want to block, you might just be getting a gold token. And Kasai, this is definitely a card that you're just going to include to try to get gold tokens, I think.
Right.
Because you want to draw. And in the other decks, I think it's just a good 1 for 3, honestly.
Okay. That makes sense. I think it's good in a Betsy because, like, it gives you the potential to wager things and give overpower in certain situations. So,
for sure.
Talk to me about blue draw swords, because, like, blue draw swords is a card that has, like, I don't know, like, with enough blues in your deck, this card really impresses me a lot.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, first of all, it's a blue block 3, so it's going to auto include it anyway.
Absolutely.
And we got 12 blues with the adrenaline rushes here, which I think is pretty good.
Yeah.
Because this one had less yellows than some of the other decks too. And yeah, draw swords is, I mean, you draw a card and all of a sudden your sword's got +1 and it doesn't cost anything.
So let me ask you a question here. There's only 7 yellows in our deck, and, you know, Kasai needs 2 reds and 2 yellows here. Do you think there's a consideration to cut a blue adrenaline rush and add a yellow adrenaline rush so that we can have 8 yellows to give us potential for 4 Kasai activations?
That's possible. I'm not hung up on, like, having 12 blues for Warrior, but I also haven't played the deck, so I'm not fully sure.
No, that's fair. Okay, so we've looked at all 3 pools, and we looked at the pool as a whole. So let's go ahead and jump into games. Which hero do you want to play first?
I'll try the Betsy pool.
You're gonna play Betsy?
Yeah.
So I played Kasai this weekend twice, so I think I'm gonna play the KO pool just because I have yet to play Brute in limited format, so I kind of want to try it here. Let me get us a private game going here. So deck link, open format. We're gonna make this private. We're gonna create a game here. Yo, Shep, what's up, dude? How are you, brother? Hey, Ben. Sorry if I'm missing chat messages, guys. We're trying to make sure we get everything in here. So let's copy the invite link. I just sent it to you in the table chat that we're in, so that you'll have it there. Also, guys, thanks for hanging out tonight. I appreciate you guys being here. I'm pretty excited to be able to get some heavy hitters testing in before Nathaniel and I head off to Hartford this weekend. So I think I just want to go second here. Like, I imagine this is just a second, like, I don't know, you probably just always want to go second. I had to guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to give KO a second.
I could put the prevent 2 damage in to create a might token card. It's basically a 0 for 3 at red. I definitely think I want to add the 3-block brute card / guardian card in here. And I think we might want to add the yellow adrenaline rush here. It's not a 4. It's not a. Let's try it with the block and play 36 cards and see what we can make happen here, and see if we can give Nathaniel a run for his money here. Yeah, Slip. We're working on heavy hitter sealed for Hartford this coming weekend. Yeah, put the block card in, draw it on turn 0. You'll love to see it.
That's when you want it.
I mean, it is good.
Ooh. See here.
Just need to play test it. Yeah, I saw you send the deck link earlier, Caleb. I'm curious to see how you like that. How have the Betsy and Kasai Blitz decks been treating you guys, Shep? You been having fun with them? Yeah, dude, this set's a lot of fun. Completely agree, man. Completely agree. Okay, so we're gonna start off with a might token here.
Another one.
Another one.
Bring out the lobster.
Oh, you're discarding. I thought we were attacking. Oh, dude, here we go. Slip with a big hydrate
discard.
already. Don't worry, I came prepared, Slip.
I don't know if I want to get rid of it
Oh.
at all. I think we're shooting three to get this blue out.
It's too easy, Slip. It's too easy. I mean, I guess we'll just give the block card here. The real question for us here is, do I want to discard the Mighty Windup? The question comes because it's red. Like, it's a 3 for 7 at red. Like, if I keep it, I also create 2 mites on my own turn, and I get my claws go again. That's a tough decision. I think let's just pass, and we'll just try to discard it on our turn to do some claw nonsense here. May wager a gold token, huh? So if Nathaniel wanted to, he could give me 2 cards and he could give me the stand ground to make the gold token. He didn't open Betsy's headpiece, so like we're not really looking at like getting punished. Slip, just because I said too easy does not mean you get to drown me, man. Oh yeah, that's right. We only have 1 claw. We don't have claws go again. We have the claw with go again. Am I making a might and an agility token here? So, like, part of me is thinking I just attack for 7, wage with Nathaniel, and then discard this, and so we can crack the agility token first, and then try to set up. I mean, the wage tokens are just good, right? We could do claw and wager. You're absolutely correct. God, this is tough. We're really gonna hope that.
I kind of miss Block 6 play Evo.
Yeah, I bet you do. I bet you do.
You're gonna wage.
I don't know. Like, Nathaniel would have to waste 2 points on his equipment and give us 2 cards. So, or he'd have to give us 3 cards here. I think let's wager. I think this is fine. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to discard this, and I'm going to create 2 more might tokens, and we're going to arsenal this card, and we're just going to try to set up to go ham here. Hey, Burst, what's up, dude? Dude, the pre-release was a blast. The foil tokens are sweet. I completely agree. So the 2 hammers, like, they're tokens. So, like, if you don't have an offhand shield, you should just be on 2 hammers regardless. Like, there's no reason not to be. What are we about to reinforce the line? No, just taking 4 here. Okay. So we have a gold, a might, 3 mights, and an agility. Like, this is looking pretty good, guys. Oh, the O0 for 5 with Go again.
Mm-hmm.
Man, making Blaze Headlong look bad over here. And what, you can discard a card and draw a card?
Yeah. Not gonna do that though.
So we could pitch this to play this. And then we can play Bear Fangs for X amount of Go again. And then depending on what we're left with, yeah, this should be fine here.
Wait, oh, I just realized I would not want to do that.
What do you not want to do?
I want to let this attack it first.
Oh. Man, it's kind of crazy, but like my hand's so good, I think we're just forced to take 6 here. Like I could block 2. That's really the only options I have is I could block 2 here. And then we could throw the Bear Fangs and see what we get. And then we could throw the last card here in our arsenal. I mean... Man, being able to play that card is so good, though. I think we're going to go to 9. I know it's crazy, but, like... I don't know if it's correct, but, like, my hand is just so good.
What is this, Uprising?
So we're going to play this to make an agility and a might. We're going to play Bear Fangs. We're going to discard this, and this is going to be 11 Go again. So the only downfall here is that technically we have drawn a card, so Nathaniel can block with his headpiece here, which is like pretty unfortunate for us. Risk the biscuit. I mean, yeah, Bear Fangs for 11 is insane here. I agree. Like just being able to throw 11 and then following this up with like a really good card is like also solid. Like depending on how Nathaniel blocks, we can just throw the claw here if we want to, or we can decide to throw our arsenal card because we have agility and we have 2 might tokens going in the next turn. We could also draw here if we wanted to off the gold. Like, are you talking to me?
Yeah, what are you doing to me?
I'm doing brute things, bro.
Stop.
You didn't open anything for KO, or you mean you didn't open the KO? Oh, a little claim victory button, huh?
Mm.
The heavy hitter duels are quick. I mean, that makes sense. My man said, risk that biscuit. I mean, so if we draw a card off the gold and draw into a blue, we can do all 3 things here, which is like honestly kind of dumb. Yeah, gold and try and get a blue is kind of also what I'm thinking, Slip, because like I don't know when we'll have another opportunity here. Puts a lot of tempo on. Well, that kind of sucks. Now the question is, do we come in for 3 or do we come in for 5? I mean, we have an agility, so like we can block with a card. throw Mandible Claw and throw something else. I think this is fine. I mean, I think it's better to throw this here. I think it's better to throw the 5 here. Make Nathaniel think about how he wants to block. Because he has no more equipment block left, so, like, we're really forcing him to, like, make a decision. And he might just go to 7. Okay, he does. He goes to 7. So we are going to wage the Vigor token here. This is the tough. Yeah, whiffing on the blue is tough. I agree. Not having a blue is pretty tough here. Like, honestly, it makes me kind of want to block with this because we don't have the blue. But I'm thinking... I mean, this is just 5 go again, and we get the filter, which is really good. Like, if we block here and we do filter, we're taking a chance that we get to do nothing after this. So I think we're just going to block 3 and go to 5, I think is the play here. Yeah, this is a tough spot, I agree. The trade into filter is definitely going to be our play. I think we're going to be discarding... this, the Wage Might. So I think we just have to block 3 here. I really don't like blocking with this card because this is a fantastic card, but could just be the only play we have here. I mean, maybe I'm just supposed to go to 2 and keep my hand, but again, I just can't imagine that's the correct play. We're gonna discard this. We get to make a Might token. And then, I mean, that was a pretty good draw. Honestly, like, not a bad draw, all things considered. And depending on how Nathaniel blocks, we can, like, definitely force some cards here. Force him to make some decisions right here. Hey, I said what I said. I'd rather be famous instead. I've had this song stuck in my head for, like, 2 weeks. Yeah, 0 for 5 filter feels real good. Real good.
Yep.
Okay, so Nathaniel's going to go to...
for a trade-in.
I mean... I think I'm getting a little bit more value out of mine. And then I think we're just going to attack with this. We're just going to force Nathaniel's hand. Make him give us a card. If he's all 2 blocks... make him give us 2 cards. Technically, I guess, because he has the Vigor, he could give us a card and his legs. It is interesting to me because I feel like the only class that I've seen that's really getting a consistent 3 value out of the equipment here is actually from Brute. Like, I'm not really seeing a lot of like Guardian or like Kasai, like Warrior, getting like all the value out of their pieces.
Brute does it pretty easy.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like, yeah, like it feels like it's definitely the best case. What is this? Are we wagering?
No.
I was like, please wager.
No, you got Adversity Live. There's no way.
So we're definitely blocking here. Like, and the question is, are we giving 1 more card? So if I block 3, I take 3, go to 2. And then I can play this and then come in for 7. There is unfortunately not a way for me to have multiple attacks here based off the way my hand lined up. We could just block 6. Like, we could block all 8 and then throw this to take 2 cards out of Nathaniel's hand. Actually, This is going to be for 8. So if Nathaniel doesn't have 2/3 blocks to give us, he's forced to go to 1. And I'm going to be at 2. So he's forced to give us 3 cards regardless because he's not going to be able to turn on his headpiece unless he or his chess piece unless he just randomly is like, oh, here's a Vigor in the middle of blocking or before block somehow. So
Should have blocked my Wage Vigor.
yeah, you wish. Yeah, I think we're just going to come in for 8 here. No, it's better to block, right? Because I'm blocking for 3. I'm blocking for 3. Or I'm attacking for 2 more. The question is, does that 2 more force a card out of Nathaniel's hand? If we come in for just 6, there's the potential he can block it. I think taking 3 cards out of Nathaniel's hand is worth it here. I'm curious to know if you guys in the chat think that also. We're not going to beat chest here. And then we're going to come in for 8. After this turn, I'm curious to know if you have 2/3 blocks that wouldn't have, like, completely screwed your hand. Well, if we don't keep the Bonebreaker Bellow here, Nathaniel can just give us a 3 block and a 2 block. And even then, if he has a yellow and a red, he can still swing Hammer. So, like, Nathaniel still, like, yeah, I think it was correct to go to 2 to throw this here. I don't know. I think that was the correct decision. So, Caleb, it's really interesting that you say that because that's actually one of the things that I really like about this format is that it has so many 2 blocks.
No blues. The one thing I was worried about.
So, because of all the 3 costs, like literally every single card in my hand costs 3, so I'm literally not able to do multiple things here. I mean, oh wow, this is really, yeah, Caleb, let me finish this game and I'll explain to you why I really like all of the 2 blocks in this set. Give me 1 second. This is a tough turn here. Wow, I have like a blue or a 2-cost card fixes our hand. I mean, like, it literally feels like we're just supposed to attack for 7, no wager, and then discard this to make 2 might tokens.
I really value the 2 costs in this set, honestly.
Yeah. No, I agree. The 2 costs are fantastic. Man, this is really awkward. So I don't have a blue and everything costs 3 in my hand.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look at this hand longer to make sure there's nothing I'm missing here. Because if I pitch Pound Town to come in with Claw, discard this to give it go again, I literally can't play either of my cards. So I guess we're just going to come in for 7 here. And then we're not going to wage the agility. Like, we probably should, I guess, because Nathaniel's required to give a, like, if he has, like, a command respect in his arsenal, and he has 2/3 blocks he can give us, he can go Hammer, go again into command respect, which is really bad for us. So 2 blocks and 3 for 7s kind of define the format. Completely agree, Andy. I do like that fatigue is almost never a thing. Hey, played against you as Max yesterday? Oh, dude, were you the Max that set up the... Did you set up the double Max... Or, what's the twin drive? Did you set up double twin drive and then draw all reds off your high octanes on the turn that you were most definitely going to kill me? Wouldn't beat chest on the last turn into claw have been better. So let's go pound town than this. So beat chest into claw would have been for 7. And rising speed was for 8. So if I go beat chest into claw, I make a might token for this turn, but the only thing that it changes is that Nathaniel can give me 2 cards and potentially swing something here. So I don't know. I don't know if I like that line better, Bart. So I'm gonna be honest. Well, the fact that Nathaniel's able to throw 7 at me is pretty backbreaking for us. Like, we were able to take 3 cards out of his hand, and like we're still gonna like fall behind in a bad way here. I mean, we don't have a choice. We have to block like this. As much as I may not want to, we have to. And then I don't really want to waste the might token, so we're just going to come in for 5. And this will strip 2 cards from Nathaniel's hand. If we're lucky, Nathaniel has all 2 blocks and just doesn't want to go to 1. And it is worth noting Nathaniel going to 1 could be the game for him here, depending on what we draw. So Tunix, I don't know if Warrior has more 3 blocks. Off the top of my head, I genuinely don't know. But you sound very confident about it, so I'll take your word. But I mean, if Warrior's able to block better than others, it definitely gives Warrior a big edge up in a lot of matchups. But I don't know. Yo, Bart, thank you for the follow on Twitch, man. I appreciate it. Tell me about yourself. What's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings? Those are the 3 questions we ask everybody around here, man. Like to get to know you a little bit better. That was you? Dude, I'm sorry, man. That was, 3 high octanes and 2 twin drives, man. I really thought I was dead. I super thought I was dead that turn, man. So that's tough. I know that that's a disappointing feeling. Okay, so not exactly how we planned on doing it, but we're still going to get 2 cards here. If you could just draw a card, that'd be cool.
I could draw a card. Yeah, sure. I'll do that. Was there a different helmet you could play that I didn't put in there? You could have played the headliner helmet in this matchup, technically.
So block 5, take 1. I could have played what helmet?
Headliner.
Is that just the block 1 if you have less life?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess me being at 3 is better than me being at 2 here.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to go to 1 here. Uber terrifying, if I'm being honest here. And we're going to throw 7 and hope that we can take 3 cards out of Nathaniel's hand and that he's forced to just throw hammer at us. We can give 1 card, and then hopefully we can try to cobble something together to put us back in the driver's seat here. Well, that's extremely unfortunate for us. We want a vigor. Oh, we both have 6s?
No, yeah.
KO.
Yeah, no. KO.
Yep, so KO, we both have 6s. So I spent like literally 2 days being like, why am I losing these on Talishar? I was sitting here like raged, being like, okay, Talishar's broken. Like, something's not working. This isn't right. Let's discard this. Might also was claw, so it would have been 8 as well. Then you would have had a might into this turn. So Oh, you're right. I would have had a might going into that turn, which would have forced a fourth card out of Nathaniel's hand. So you are 100% correct. Discarding that card instead of attacking with it would have been better because it would have made the claw for 8 because of the tokens. Yep. You're absolutely correct. Good call, Bartz. That is a good catch. I would not have caught that later, so thank you. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh, you had 3 cards. That's right. You only had to block with 1 card.
Yeah.
So, ironically, I do have... Man, if I had pitched an agility here, this would be sweet.
Hey.
Man, if I had pitched one of those discard agility cards, that would have been really sweet right there. We could have, like, killed you on the stack. That would have been dumb. Oh, man, that was a really close game.
It was good.
So, I think Bart's line that I missed actually cost me the game. Like, my line that I missed actually cost me the game.
You would have taken 4 cards out of my hand.
So, if I throw 8, my might forces 1 more card out of your hand the following turn.
Mm-hmm.
Or it doesn't force a card out of your hand that turn because technically you can go to 1 that turn. But 2 turns later, when you took a damage and went to 1, I do force the last card out of your hand.
Right.
So that actually would have won me the game. So yeah, okay, good catch, Bartz. That definitely would have been better. Okay, what heroes we trying next? What do you want to play next?
Kasai, because I haven't played Kasai yet.
Play Kasai? Okay, I'll run the Betsy pool, and because I'm curious to see if it feels any different than it did the other night when I actually played Betsy with this pool. So let's make a private game. Copy the invite link, and then get it pulled up here. All right. So let's see here. Class-specific cards tend to be 3 blocks. Do you think we're pulling more of those, Andy? Is that what you're saying based off comments earlier? Or were you just making the comment that class-specific cards are 3 blocks? So, Francisco, you can't do sealed on Talishar. We're kind of like making your own sealed right now. We put all of the pools into February, and then Nathaniel took the time before the stream to actually put them all into different decks for me and him. And so now we're going through with the decks that we put together from sealed pools, and we're kind of like playing our own games. So it took a lot of work because I had to put them into February, and then Nathaniel had to make different decks with them, which I imagine took him a while. So big thank you for Nathaniel for doing that. But we're kind of like doing make your own sealed right now is what we're doing right now. So it's kind of cool. Are you not counting Majestic's has most 3 blocks from what I can count since they have Clash Agility and Vigor? I mean, they probably do have more 3 blocks, honestly, man. Like, they probably do just have more 3 blocks, to be honest. All right, so looking at Betsy, our sideboard cards, we have Battered but Not Broken. I don't know if I want this card in this matchup. Like, being able to prevent 2 and create a Might at instant speed to, like, turn on my armor to block with seems pretty decent. And I don't think I want Lead with Power. I don't know. Nathaniel, what do you think? Battered but Not Broken into Kasai? I mean, it prevents 2. It's kind of like a D-react here against your deck with reactions.
Yeah, it gets uber value on the in the late game if I'm just throwing a saber at you. But
let's try it. I'll try it. I'll play 32 and play it, and we'll see how it feels here.
Yeah.
So this card is like, this is looking real good for us here. Yeah, this is actually like a really good start for us here. I think this is like a really sweet start. So we'll create a Might token. We'll discard this to make a Vigor, which turns on our leg piece as well. And then we're going to play Big Bop.
God.
So, yeah, let's What a way to start the game here. Talk about a turn 0 play. And then we'll arsenal our last card here. The only thing we needed was an agility token. Somebody get Trounce out. I don't even think Trounce doesn't give you an agility, but so we can block here. We can actually block. Interesting decision. We can definitely block here for sure. So Nathaniel makes an agility, which I think is a pretty good start to his turn. He's probably looking to like set up and like maybe, you know, maybe not push like, you know, a ton of damage here, but like try to play a little bit of like, you know, offense / setup this turn, I imagine.
No, I don't want to wager, but I also need this to go away. Yeah.
Okay, so Nathaniel's not wagering with us. We're just going to take the value block from our equipment, and honestly, I think we're just going to take the 3 block here. Or maybe, do I want to give this actually? I like the idea of keeping blues for the late game so that we can just continue to throw high risers when we need to. It's probably better, right? Diablo using his favorite command. I think let's just block 5 here. I think this is fine. I fucking love it. I'm glad. I made it just for you, brother. I made it just for you, man. So we're now going to play Mighty Windup. Yes, we are going to wager Big Bop, and yes, we're going to pay with Betsy to give it +1 and overpower. So we're going to come in for 13 overpower. Only downfall here is that Nathaniel does just get the block with his chest. So his chest piece looking pretty good here because we popped the Vigor token. I will say we didn't get to use our headpiece last game, but I really think we're looking at using our headpiece this game just because like Nathaniel will inevitably draw a card at some point.
There's a chance I get this Vigor token. If I do,
You're rolling. I mean, there is a chance. You're right. There's always that chance. Yeah, man, stream's going great, Diablo. I appreciate you coming by and hanging out and using your command, dude. I assume you're still stuck at work. It's only 8 o'clock here, so I assume you're still stuck at work, brother. Uh-oh, we lost Nathaniel's picture again. I keep clicking off the screen. Yeah, Caleb.
Camera.
Yeah, Caleb, 13. Oh, let's go. Thank God. You love to see it. You love to see it. Yeah, Caleb, 13 overpowers quite a bit. Like that's a pretty good turn to start the game with. Oh, what's this? Oh. Why do I have 2 Vigor tokens? Oh, I wagered a Vigor token off Big Bop. You'll love it when a plan comes together. You love it when a plan comes together, baby. Still at work? Ugh. Sorry, man, that sucks. Can I block for 1 now with Stand Ground because I have 2 Vigors? Oh, hey, you've drawn a card this turn.
I can't have.
Can you activate Kasai yet? You can. So Let's just block 3. If Nathaniel chooses to pass to not let me use my headpiece, I honestly think that's a win for me. Think that's a pretty big win for me. Oh no, I'm in danger. Well, this is not going well. You hate to see the old 2 for 5. This blocks for 0, right? Okay, yeah, I thought so. Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to take 5 here. We're gonna take 3 off of the rising speed, and then because Nathaniel's drawn a card, he's gonna get Centauri Saber for free here. If he wants to activate Kasai here, like, I think I'm just gonna have to give it to him, to be honest, because I think I would rather take the value I get off face adversity and force him to activate Kasai right now.
I think I just do while I can, especially since he blocked with adversity.
I mean, blocking with the headpiece tells you I probably don't want to block with my hand.
Right.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, can I block with this? Technically, I could throw this, but I think 2 and a gold token is worth what I'm about to throw right here. Let's go wagering. So this is 9 overpower. On hit, we get a vigor, a might, and a gold token, which gives us access to block with our stand ground again for the last point. Just another day in the office over here. Nathaniel's having a big think.
Trying to think.
Okay, so Nathaniel takes 6. We get all of our tokens, which is pretty solid. But Nathaniel does have 3 cards in hand, so I mean, like, he could have quite a hand here. Okay, Nathaniel draws a card here. Is this your list for Hartford? We're playing sealed tonight, Arsenal. We kind of like are doing make your own sealed tonight. I'm trying to blow up your arsenal. Nathaniel thinks he's so cool. We're kind of doing like a makeshift sealed to test for Hartford. If I end up playing in the battle hardened, I'm gonna be on Victor more than likely. I haven't really made that a secret to anybody. I'm a big fan of Victor right now, and I've been scrounging, buying cards from people at pre-releases, anything I could do to get a hold of the cards I need. Talk about value.
Oh.
Talk about value. And I win because I won with a trade-in. You love to see it.
Right.
You love to see it. Don't blame you. We're doing another run through this weekend of Sealed. Oh, nice. Are you guys going to Hartford, or are you guys just like playing Sealed again this weekend at your shop, you mean? What did you play? Oh, you discarded a Vigorous Windup?
Yeah.
So Nathaniel's trying to set up for next turn. So we have a couple of options here. We don't have Go Again, which is unfortunate. And like, we could throw this and wager Like, it's honestly a shame that we don't have a way to get going in here. We could draw a card and draw the trade in and try to Arsenal here. But like, this is one of those hands that, like, we don't really have a great way to punish Nathaniel for leaving us with so many cards.
That's what I like to hear.
I mean, we could come in for overpower, but like Kasai plays a lot of reactions. I think I want to keep this in my hand for next turn, honestly, is what I'm looking at. So, I mean, this forces cards out of his hand if we play this. Now, it's probably just 2/3 blocks, but I think we'll just throw Command Respect and like kind of threaten. We'll throw we have Command and Conquer at home at Nathaniel. Oh, dude, I get that. I'm pumped for RTN season, man. I'm super pumped for RTN season. Hartford's kind of like a precursor to RTN season for me. What'd you say, Nate?
Actually, kind of sucks right now.
Your hand does?
Yeah.
Or are you talking about the Command Respect?
The Command Respect.
Gotcha.
Sucks.
Give me 3 cards. You know, come on. I mean, you could go to 2 and let your Arsenal go. Didn't say it was the right play. Listen, I said you could. It is a legal play you're allowed to make. Arsenal, do you guys stream? Like, do you guys have like a channel where you guys upload videos or anything? I asked, I was like, you know, I know you guys are a team and stuff. I didn't know if like you guys had, I didn't know if you guys had, if you guys streamed or anything. This hand is spicy. Like, I kind of just want to push 10 overpower with this hand. Let's just get the value out of our equipment. I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to play my Tigerfy or build Ravenous Meataxe Levia. I actually played against Levia, who was playing Ravenous Rabble Ended. It was interesting. I mean, so pitch this to play this, and then pitch this to... Hang on. Do I need all of my cards to do what I want to do here? Do I have to go to 6 and give him an agility token? It's a real feels bad. I mean, it would be 11 overpower, right? Pitch, trade in to play money where your mouth is. Pitch this to play this, and then pay for Betsy. I mean, it was pretty good. It's pretty good. We're going to 6. That sucks. And giving him an agility token, which I'm not a fan of, but our hand is Deece. The fact that I've used Betsy's ability 3 times this game is crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I did also start the game with like probably the best starting hand I could have. I mean, I started out with an Aura, a Might token, and a Vigor token.
You should like use that gold token sometimes.
No. Every time I think about using it, I just look up and see your like face adversity on your head, and I'm like, no. I'm like, no. Oh, Caleb with a big hydrate. Caleb, I will fill up my water after this, and we will get a big hydrate going for you, brother, as soon as this game's over. So, Caleb, to kind of come back to your point from a few minutes ago, and I'm sorry, dude, I completely forgot about this. This is why I always address things when people ask questions. I like all the 2 blocks in the format because I think one of the staple pieces of Flesh and Blood that people enjoy and people like is the idea of playing cards like Arcanite Skullcap, Scar for a Scar. Cards that enable you, that they make you have to block strategically and take certain pieces of damage in certain spots. I actually really like that. As a game, I think that's a really good mechanic. Like I really enjoy that personally. I mean, block 4, take 3. If I could take 7, I would end the game. Honestly, if this was a blue or a yellow, like... I mean, if I block 4, I can send 6 and take minimum 2 cards out of Nathaniel's hand. But I'm also at 3, which means against Warrior, I'm in a pretty scary position. I could block Sweven, Jesus. I could block 7 and swing the hammer here. Which takes 1 card out of Nathaniel's hand. So I can keep my life total and take 1 card out of Nathaniel's hand. Or I can go to 3 and take 2 cards. Maybe 3 cards. If Nathaniel's hand is not that good. Like, if we get really lucky, we could take 3 cards out of his hand. I wonder if there's a world where I'm supposed to block 5, take 2, go to 4. Actually, you know what I should do, honestly? I could block 7. Block with the Adrenaline Rush, the Bigger Than Big, and the Command Respect. Arsenal this card. And then try to end the game with it. But I'm giving Nathaniel a lot of tempo. Let's take 3 and swing 6. I think that's... Like, I hate giving him the Vigor resource, the resource here, but I think this is better. I don't know. That's a tough decision. I'd be curious to know what you guys think in the chat. We're working on that. We do primarily play tests and private post it. We are going to start streaming on Twitch and Facebook. Post quickly here soon, getting everything on started. Dude, that's awesome, man. I love to hear about other people streaming, man. Anytime I can get a chance to watch more Fab content, I'm all about it, dude. That's exciting, man. I'm happy you guys are going to be able to get up and start streaming and stuff. I see what you mean. I mean, yeah. So, like, Caleb, don't get me wrong. Like, from like a standpoint of like I like to be able to block efficiently and like attack efficiently, I definitely dislike the 2 blocks, but I think the 2 blocks enables a very like high skill level of play and like really makes you assess how can you get the most value out of each of your cards, and I really like that. Chile, I hope I'm saying that right. I think we had this conversation last time and I can't remember. It's been a minute. I think it's Chile. We got 3 cards out of his hand. Oh, praise God. God loves us, baby. God loves us. Nathaniel can't help but laugh. But so we're just gonna block 3. I mean, again, without like a real power card here, like we could draw and see what we could do and like try to like make something happen here against Nathaniel. Like, I don't know. This is tough. Like the easiest line to think of is to block here. We block 3, cover up the Saber, swing 4 so that we take 1 card out of Nathaniel's hand, and then we get to Arsenal our Go Again card and try to set up. We could block 3, pitch this to draw a card. Actually, we'd pitch this to draw a card, right? But then we're just turning on Nathaniel's headpiece. So I think we're just inevitably in a spot where like we're just trying to like take as many cards as we can out of Nathaniel's hand here. And with the agility and the vigor, like he's gonna have a lot better shot at actually trying to take cards from us and make our hand awkward. But Chile, we had to do like a create your own. Wait, choose a card to arsenal.
Yeah, you should go back.
Did I pass too many times?
Yeah, I think you passed.
Okay.
I was very confused.
Wait, why do I still have the thunk in my hand? Oh, you didn't attack.
Oh, I need attack.
Yeah, you need to attack right there. I was like, why? I was like, something's not right in the Kool-Aid here. I was like, don't get me wrong, I'll keep it and I'll just throw it at you, but I think it's definitely better for you to take that out of my hand.
Mhm.
Yeah, let's come in for 4. This forces 1 card out of Nathaniel's hand, maybe 2. But sorry, anyway, I know I tried to answer this question a couple times. We actually took our sealed pools from this past weekend, me and a couple of guys from the team. We took the time to put them into February, and then Nathaniel divided them into decks based off of what he thinks looks good and just kind of separated the pools so that we can look at each card. And then we've made them into 3 decks. And what is this? No.
Yes.
Get out of here with your garbage. So we're going to go to 2. Glad I didn't go to 1 and then decide to make that play. And Nathaniel also goes to 1. So all of his 2 blocks are like really bad now, which we love to see. That's not bad. And now that all the pools are into February, we're just taking the decks and we're playing them against each other. So it's like quote unquote sealed this way. We had to do a lot of extra work, and big shout out to Nathaniel for taking the time to separate them into different decks for us, because this saved us a lot of time on stream tonight. But that's how we're playing sealed. Nathaniel worked his butt off is the simple answer.
Give me that 3 block. Yeah, I could have blocked with another card. I just was paying attention.
Oh. You want to undo?
No, we'll see what happens in the arsenal.
Okay. Fair enough. We do not control a might token. Big Sag. I would love to throw like a bet big on top of our deck.
I could have Kasad there, but it didn't really matter.
I mean, do you want to undo in Kasai?
No, it doesn't really matter.
So we're gonna play this. Make a might token. And go to 1. And then technically we're going to throw a card that's going to take 2 cards out of Nathaniel's hand here.
It's pretty good.
The might token actually looking pretty good. So the battered but not broken looking pretty solid right there, as far as like actually making like our hand like better at forcing cards out of Nathaniel's hand here. Oop.
Oh, it just doesn't line up.
Good.
It too. Let's see.
Don't worry, guys. I'll also be saying that to my opponent in Hartford when they say it doesn't line up for them. I'll go good.
Right.
Oh, you'll love to see that.
Yeah.
Get that garbage out of here.
Block with the 2 cards that work with each other.
I mean, yeah. I love to see it, but you know. Man, this has been quite a game. So if Nathaniel has a D react here, or I'm sorry, an attack react, I'm playing the wrong format here. We just lose if we block the way I want to block here. But I don't think we can play around it, because if we keep our 2 cards, if we keep the blue and the yellow, and Nathaniel has all 2 blocks, we take 3 cards out of his hand. So, it gets go again too.
Gets go again.
Okay, so man, because it gets go again here, so we're dead to the D react, or we're dead to the attack react regardless here. I was like, but yeah, so like just nothing we could do right there, because
I mean, you could live.
So if I give you 3 cards,
you give me all your cards basically.
Well, if I give you 3 cards
Depending
and
on what
then
your
you
cards
attack
are.
with the next saber, I block. But this is a non-attack action, so I block.
Mhm.
But if I just block with 3 cards, you don't play it right there.
Right, and
You just throw the saber and you hold it until I do play it. Like again, like I just
Right.
like I don't think there's a window where, I don't know. I'd be curious to know like where I miss points there.
We'll see what happens if we do it. If we can.
You'll have to start the turnover.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Okay.
See where I can find it.
Even if that's the case, I mean, I don't know. I still don't think it's correct.
I mean, I think it's a loss. Yeah, I think it's
Like blocking this way, I
but-
just don't think is going to win me the game ever. Plus, I'm only playing around a 2. If you have a red, I'm still dead. So like,
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we'll play this out, but like, this is never a block I'm going to make.
Right. Makes sense.
Yeah, especially now that like you have 4 cards in your hand.
Mm-hmm.
Let's freaking go.
Kind of weird.
You love to see it. Yo, 3-bagger, thank you for the follow on Twitch. I appreciate you being here. Tell me a little bit about yourself. What's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings? Those are the 3 questions we ask everybody. I like to get to know you a little bit better. Lead with speed. Such a good card. My only hope here is that Nathaniel like doesn't have a way to give go again. So, I mean, we get to block like this, and then
See
if
what
Nathaniel has an attack react, when he plays it, I can activate rally. But I'm not playing around 2 attack reacts. And again, like we just won't win the game playing this way. So like when he does this, we'll discard this. And so now I was like, now Nathaniel has a vigor token. And another react kills us here because we're blocking 7. Okay. We're going to swing for 3 here. Think the only real hope is that Nathaniel has to give us 2 cards right here. Nope. Blue 3 block at the end of the game. So much value. I mean, yeah. I was like, it's... Yeah. There are no tricks here, but if I block 4 on this one and then block 4 on the second one, he never has to he never has to play his react, and he just fatigues us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm trying to like what turn was there that I could have played that differently? Like we had the bet big that we hit on. We opened up with Big Bop. I honestly think the turn that did us in, and I don't know how I play around this, was the turn when you like all you did was Arsenal, and I was able to keep like 3 or 4 cards, and I could only come in for like 5.
Right.
That was really bad.
Yeah, normally you should be able to overpower there easy, but
Yeah, so like I mean, even just being able to throw like 7 there changes that game because I mean we were pretty low at that point.
do you have no blues? What was hurting you?
I had 3
Just
blues and a
lack
trade
of-
in.
And trade in, gotcha.
So like I didn't have a way to like get go again.
Which
Like I
I feel like
couldn't.
that deck should never have 3 blues in it.
That's what I'm saying. There's only 10 blues in the deck, so like I just
Yeah.
kind of like I don't know. Like it'll probably happen to me at some point, but like still just kind of laugh and take that one on the chin. Both games were really close though.
Yeah, for sure.
Like they were really close games. So
yeah.
All right. So let's take like a 2-minute break here, guys. I gotta use a bathroom. I gotta get more water for Caleb so we can do the big hydrate. And when we come back, we'll have sealed pack 2. We're gonna talk about some of the packs that we got. We're gonna talk about the decks that Nathaniel took the time to put together for us, and then we're gonna play some more games. Thanks for hanging out. We'll be back in a few minutes, guys. Okay, we got a short break and we're back. Before we get into it here, this is sealed pool number 2 that we're going to talk about and kind of go through here here in just a second. But I got a big hydrate I got to fulfill first, so we're going to do that for Caleb, and then we're going to start looking at pack or sealed pack number 2 here.
He be drinking.
Whew. Spilt a little. Got past me there. Shoo. All right. now Caleb's doing a regular hydrate. Regular hydrate we can do with ease. I got you, Caleb. All right. So let's talk about the equipment here. What equipment stands out to you in sealed pack number 2, Nathaniel?
Say that one more time.
Can you hear me?
I was all off. I can hear you now.
Okay. Talk to me about sealed pack number 2. What stands out to you here?
I always look at equipment first.
Yep.
I see mini meat X. It's interesting. But we got flat trackers, which almost always makes me look at Brute and Warrior first if I see it.
Yep.
We've got each of the pop equipment, so like pop for a token.
Yeah, that is kind of cool. I do like that.
Yeah. And then you've got, that's about it. That's pretty much it. The rest of it looks pretty standard.
So
you got Beck and Applause, which makes you think that you might want to play some Warrior.
No, I agree. So when we're looking at this, like you're looking at Face Adversity as the headpiece or Glory Seeker. Does one of those stand out to you as like just immediately better than the other?
If you're playing Warrior, Glory Seeker could be good. Just to maybe buy yourself an extra attack.
Okay.
At some point in the game. Face Adversity, you might be playing more often if you're playing against Kasai, another Kasai.
Okay, that's fair.
But if you're not playing Kasai or Olympia, I guess, then you wouldn't play this Glory Seeker, I don't think.
Yeah. Okay, so noticing here that we have less agility cards off the top here that like stand out to me. Like we only have 1 agile windup. I have to say the idea of playing red and yellow and blue bigger than big does sound pretty appealing to me. That's something that stands out. But the red
five.
Sorry, go ahead.
Five mighty. Said 5 mighty windup is the only thing that makes me look at.
So I'm not there yet, but I honestly I agree. Like the beast mode looks really good to me. I really like this card. I like the red Bonebreaker Bellow here. And then the fact that we have 5 mighty windup is honestly kind of crazy. We also have that to pair with 3 pack hunt, which like just value block 6s that also like turn on KO's ability are very strong in my opinion.
Costing 2, I think, is the
big key there.
The big thing.
So,
that's why I don't like beast mode, honestly. Unless you're for some reason able to play Rhinar. It doesn't seem like it gets as good a value, and then it costs 3. It's like 3 for 6.
I mean,
everything else is a 3 for 7. Still blocks 3 though, so you play it.
But. That's true. We still play it because it blocks 3. So the one card here that really jumps out at me is Fatal Engagement. This warrior attack reaction is like what I would classify as a bomb.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Like this card being a 2 for 5, like reaction is insane in this set, in my opinion. Like, This is a card you can also pitch. This is a card you can play first cycle. Like, this card's insane in my opinion.
It's also a block 3 reaction.
Exactly. 100% makes it really good. Okay, so we have a couple pound towns. We have a Test of Agility, which is a brute and a warrior block. And then we have a guardian and warrior block card. So, I mean, we have an agility and a vigor both in warrior class here.
Mm-hmm.
Like
2 block cards.
Yep.
Good against Betsy.
Like the 2 block cards are really solid here. We probably wouldn't want the Test of Agility into KO if I had to guess.
Or Kasai, I don't think. I think only Betsy.
Just Betsy? You wouldn't play it into the mirror? You wouldn't play it in the Kasai mirror?
I don't think so.
Okay. Okay.
You're giving too much value if you lose.
Having 3 Thunks is kind of cool. Being able to clash and reveal to create a might token is actually pretty strong. Like, I don't know. That stands out to me. Like, I like having the suite of those cards. I like Edge Ahead because it's we have 2 blues, a yellow, and they're all 3 blocks. Like, that stands out to Kasai for me. Clash of Agility could be kind of cool. Like, again, like in certain matchups. It's also a 2 for 5. So I don't hate this card because like it blocks situationally for 3, but like it's also just a 2 for 5.
Yeah, 2 costs. Feels kind of high priority.
Yeah. Rally the Rear Guard, looking really strong. Obviously, like I think that card is just like a play in everything. And then we have a yellow 3 block for Kasai here in the Engaged Swiftblade. The like pseudo go again, I think is really strong. Like, man, I don't know. Like looking at this, like this was okay. So look, this is what this was
2 goblets.
Dude, exactly. We have a lead with speed, we have a lead with heart, and we have 2 goblets and a blue down but not out. So, like, what hero are you leaning towards? Because I know this was my sealed pool from Saturday, and I know what I played.
Yeah, this is Kasai.
100%. Like,
I don't think like Mighty Windup almost and Bigger Than Big almost makes you think like, but like, where do you wager? You wager with money where your mouth is. You don't have any wages.
Like,
you got wage agility, that doesn't even work. You got wage.
We literally have Bigger Than Big, money where your mouth is, and then we have like wage vigor.
Wage vigor. There we go.
We have a wage vigor. Like we have 3 wage vigors. So I mean, like we have some cards here that we can.
And the other one are in here too.
So the couple of cards that like kind of makes me think that like Betsy could also be a pretty decent play here is that we have a blue Clash of Might and a blue Clash of Vigor. Like those cards defensively are really good. I mean, like it's all like Clash of Might is also very good in KO. So like I don't know, but like I just looking at this, my first thought is that we're just going to be playing Kasai.
Yeah, and then on Brute side, it's like got 1 Agile Windup, 1 red Bear Fangs, a yellow Bear Fangs, 1 red Bone Breaker, and then after that you got the Mighty Windups, which are actually like that's a good little set. I mean, there.
The Mighty Windups are good. Like that's actually pretty solid in KO.
Other than that, everything down here looks mid.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like even the performance bonus plays well in Kasai, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I mean, sure. Like yeah. So all right, let's take a look at the decks that you've put together here. So the first one that I have pulled up is our Betsy sealed pool that you put together. So you got a 37 card deck here. I like the Red Adrenaline Rush. I really like counting that one here. We're playing all the Bigger Than Bigs, obviously. We're playing the Concuss, Command Respects, the Mighty Windups, Money Where Your Mouth Is. You ended up playing the performance bonus in this one here. I am a little intrigued by that.
Do actually have 12 blues in here. Performance bonus? I mean, I think early game, any go again card is going to get you value, right?
That's fair.
That's about it.
So, I mean, yeah.
Late game, it does kind of suck. But
no, I agree. Like it's not great late game, but like it makes sense. It's also like a decent card you can pitch to rally the rear guard late game if you need to. Yeah. So the other card that I kind of like that's in this deck is the Starting Stake. I like the yellow that blocks for 3. Like it just seems like a solid card in my opinion. And then like we have the yellow Reinforce the Line if we need it in the sideboard for anything, which I also kind of like.
Yeah.
So okay. So Betsy looks okay from what I can tell. Next one I'm going to look at is KO. So in KO you have the mini meat axe, which I
would actually just play the Mandible Claw. I just put it in there. I forgot to put the Mandible Claw in.
So that's kind of what I was thinking. Is I was like, Claw is just better when you can discard to give go again, right?
Especially since I feel like you really only have like barely more than 30 playable cards. You're just going to get fatigued if you play the meat axe.
Yeah, no, I agree. That actually makes a lot of sense. The yellow Clash of Agility is really good in this deck, I think. I really like the Clash of Agility in the KO pool here. So sideboard Test of Agility.
Put that Magic Claw in there.
Okay, cool. So when we refresh, it'll be there, which is perfect. I like that you can just play Starting Stake in like any deck. Like turn 0, it's a free gold. Like it blocks 3, it's a yellow. Like I like that card. It looks like there's a lot more like 2-cost cards in this deck than there was in the last KO deck, which I'm a really big fan of. I think that gives you a lot of like value. And there's also 11 blues, which is like a really solid number in my opinion.
Yeah.
So, and then the last pool that we got is a Kasai pool, which we both kind of landed on that we think is best here. So we have Face Adversity and Glory Seeker in here, depending on which matchups we want. Flat Trackers I like. The chest that I like to give a Vigor token and the Beck and Applause I think are all very good. Let's see. I'm looking through.
You got the Flat Trackers Vigor and the Broken Applause, or the Beck and Applause. It's just pop, block 2.
Yeah. No, I mean, absolutely.
Crazy.
It's insane. It's actually really good. Yeah, I really like this Kasai deck. Like it looks super similar to what I played. Like on and like
card for card almost.
Honestly, my favorite thing about this is the 2 goblets. Like this card is so underrated in my opinion. Like this card is a great card. I'm a big fan of it. So all right, so looking at the 3 decks here, let's get a couple games here. Which hero are you looking to play first?
I'm fine with any. Let's roll the dice. See who plays what.
Okay. Do you have a dice with you?
Unless, we can do it on this Google. Coin flip. That's not gonna work.
All right. Is there like a dice roll simulator?
I got a D6 right here. You can just do it on Google.
Okay.
All right.
That works.
1 through 2, I play Kasai. 2 and you can choose off of the other 2.
Okay. 3 through 4 KO.
Betsy.
Okay, 3 through 4
2
Betsy.
4 Betsy. 5, 6 KO.
All right, let's do it.
Because brute.
The flavor win. I love it.
It's Betsy.
It's Betsy. All right, sounds good. Yep. Welcome back, Slip. Welcome back. I think I'll play Kasai the first time.
Okay.
Just to like kind of see what this matchup feels like. So let's copy deck link. We'll jump over to Talishar. Accept, copy the invite link, and then let's get this over to Nathaniel in the Discord. All right, let's get some more games going here. Again, I think I just want to go second, right? Like,
yeah,
probably just always looking at going second. You're probably not going to draw cards, so the Face Adversity is probably not going to be too great for me. So I guess I'll just look at the Glory Seeker here. And then the 37 cards we have, the Test of Agility, I really don't think I guess I want this against you, right? Like, if I'm going to play a 4-block card that gives an agility, it's going to be against you. Reinforce the line's looking good here, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's play this and run it. We're going to run 39 cards and see what we can make happen here. I do like the Glory Seeker over the headpiece here. Not a high chance Nathaniel's drawing cards throughout this game, but we'll see.
Oh, shoot.
What?
I gotta get out of this one and jump in. I didn't put a weapon in Betsy.
Oh, lol?
Yeah, need those.
All right, well, let me make another game. Oh, that's the link for the last game.
It said I needed to choose at least one weapon.
I mean, if you don't have the shield, you should just play both of them, but...
Yeah.
Was the shield in the pool?
Was not.
I was like, I don't remember seeing it in this pool, but could be wrong.
I'm not seeing a lot of shields, man.
They don't pop up too regularly. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't see a ton of them, to be honest. So all right, so we're gonna go back to sideboarding. We're gonna play the Glory Seeker here, and then we're gonna bring in Reinforce and Test of Agility.
Let you go second because you chose the first time.
Okay. Appreciate.
Mm-hmm.
Head out and play some games, Destiny Bestie. Sounds good, Kayla, man. I appreciate you hanging out tonight, brother. Good luck with your games, man. This is an interesting hand.
Mm-hmm.
We loaded in 2 more cards in Nathaniel. Not that it's going to matter more than likely, but something to keep track of here. Uh-oh. Joke's on you.
He's got him.
It's the reaction deck. Oh. All right, so we'll block out, and we'll get a gold token. You love to see it. You absolutely love to see it.
Actually sad.
This seems like a pretty good place to start.
Yuck.
I guess we can... we'll come in for 5, and do we want to wager the gold? I mean, let Nathaniel block with 2 cards and then attack us with something. I don't think we will here. I think we'll just come in for 5, and try to set up with the Vigor and the Agility token for next turn and try to make something happen here. I think this is a little bit better for us. And since we have the Agility and the Vigor, without actually breaking either one of our equipment pieces, we can just block with Beck and Applause here and get the value. Nobody wins. Wow. I think the odds of you losing that are pretty slim.
Yep.
I will smile and take that, though. Relax, don't do it. Da, 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 da. My God, start crying.
Oh my.
Do I even want to draw a card here?
The thunk was one off from the clash.
Oh, really?
I'm so sad.
Big Sedge. Kind of sad we don't have... So let's come in for 7, go again. Like, I imagine Nathaniel will do everything he can here to try and keep his hand, honestly. So pushing as much pressure as possible is just fantastic. Relax and don't do it. Da, 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 da,
One yellow card. For now.
Yep, we have 1 yellow card.
I didn't draw a lot of blues.
Good. I mean, I should just play this, right? Sorry. Sorry. When you the way you block, I need to play something.
Gotcha.
So when Nathaniel plays this, I mean, we're just gonna create a vigor token here, right? Like, we're just gonna push through 3 points and make a vigor token, and then that way that we can keep our chess piece. I think this is a pretty good thing here. Remake for Road to Nationals. I was a player in the very beginning. Still have a silk case of Wolfenberg's first edition. Looking back in the game competitively. So all my staples. Liver bulks for every setup until Aria. Any advice? Well, dude, welcome back to Flesh and Blood. And I appreciate you coming by the channel, man, and I appreciate the kind words about the video. The team and I work really hard to make sure that we try and get content out for everybody, so I really appreciate that. That means a lot. And dude, I mean, if you sold a lot of your staples, I was like, there are like some budgetary options, like some budget options if that's what you're looking for. Like, honestly, because like, I mean, a lot of the staples that were like staples in the beginning of the game still are like Crown of, like if you haven't played in a while, like Arcanite Skullcap isn't really a staple anymore, but Command and Conquer is. Like, I mean, Sink Below, a lot of the cards are still staples. So like, depending on what you're looking to get will, kind of depend on what kind of money you're looking to spend. Nathaniel, can you think of a deck that like is like hanging competitively that like is a decent budget option?
I mean, I think Dash is still pretty low.
Is it?
Right now? I mean, it's just there's nothing that's too pricey. Most of it's mechanologist stuff.
I mean,
the problem is the equipment, I guess.
So I was like, honestly, I don't think you'll really find a deck in CC right now for like $100 or anything that like will compete at like a calling level or anything like that. But I mean, if you're looking to like, if you're looking to like jump in and like playing some armories and like, try to get some prizes going, I was like, you could probably throw together like a pretty decently priced like intro deck to kind of make it worth it.
Some of those things that were staples like Skullcap are still good, even if they're not as pricey as they used to be.
Yeah. So I have both my tokens to set up for next turn, so I can block with the Beckon Applause. We'll swing the Saber and see what Nathaniel does and decide how to go about the rest of our turn based off of what he does right here. Hey, Babar, what's going on, dude? How are you, brother? Want to get in and wreck at my local armories? I was a Bolton main. I finished second in my first RTN. Well, dude, finishing second in your first RTN one is very impressive. So, like, I tip my hat to you there. I would say that probably, like, the best thing that you can do to, like, really, like, try to get back into the game is, like, find a deck that you like and, like, do everything you can to, find that deck. Bolton's pretty good right now. Like, if you like Bolton, man, like Bolton's in a pretty good spot right now. I think Bolton's sweet. I'm trying to think of like something that would like help you get like from the new set. Victor is really good. Like, I think Victor is honestly like, like one of the better heroes in this new set, like for sure. Like I really, it's a lot of damage.
Sure is.
It's gonna be a shame you're not gonna get that vigor. No, I'm just kidding. That would be crazy though, right?
If you have extra resources, can you double Betsy?
No.
Are you sure?
I am sure you cannot.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Read it though.
I have read it multiple times trying to figure out if it worked that way, bro. I promise.
It asked me twice if I wanted to do it. You know what I mean? So it's like it was 2 separate wagers.
I guess we're just gonna discard this. Or am I supposed to discard the Wage Vigor and then arsenal this to set up as a 0 for 3 with go again. I mean, we're throwing away a 6 here. So, like, we have to consider our options here. Next turn, we're probably looking at draw off the gold, and then we throw this because it's only going to cost 1. And then the floor of our turn is Saber. If we draw something better, we can do something else here. But we're probably just looking to arsenal this card because it gives us a way to have go again here, right? Like, that's probably what we're looking to do. So if I discard this, of course, I guess if I discard this and then I crack into a blue, there's quite a few blues in my deck. I don't know. If we crack into a blue, we get to come in for 6 here. So, I don't know. Oh, we lost Nathaniel's camera. Whoop. I'm trying to make sure I stay on top of that. To make sure we don't lose that. God of Abandoned Kasai for Victor. Dude, Victor's broken, dude. So, what metagame breakdown were you looking at, Bozen? Because, like, I mean, because Bolton just made top cut at both the Battle Hardened and the PTI event from Cincinnati a couple weeks ago. So I'm curious to know like what breakdown you're looking at. And again, like that's not like that's not me like throwing shade or anything. That's a very genuine question. So I actually really like this turn. This ends up being a pretty sweet turn for us here. And we're really just setting up our graveyard to be filled so that we can Kasai and try to push damage this way. Yeah, dude, 13 was really crazy. Was actually like him being able to push 13 was really good, but that's what the auras do for you, honestly. I think we want to wager here. Like, I don't know.
Sag.
Why do you have 2 vigors and a might? Oh, you discarded the vigor. You won one off the vigor, and bigger than big is a might token.
Yep.
So, I mean, if Nathaniel's wanting to throw something big, like, you know, like a heavy hitter here at us, then, like, I think that, like, he has to make a decision on what he wants to do right here. Kind of force his hand here.
If I had 2-3 blocks, this would actually be insane.
Fab TCG meta website. So, I'm not sure, like if you're talking about, like, just, like, fabtcg.com, or if there's, like, actually a meta website, like, if there's, like, a goldfish for this style game, I'm not sure. I haven't seen one if there is. But I mean, I think Bolton's really good. I just hosted like a small Talishar tourney on my page a few weeks ago, and like the guy who won was playing Bolton. Now, like, it was a very small tournament, so take that for what it's worth. But at the same time, like, I think that
0 for 7.
Well, that's cool.
It's gore belching.
It's pretty good.
Both of them.
I mean, yeah, you're gonna get both the tokens here, but like,
Sick.
it's just pretty good for me here. Fabmeta.net. I did not know that was a thing. I'm gonna have to look that up because I did not know that was a thing. I'm kind of interested to hear more about this, honestly. Am I making a vigor token and then swinging? Like, our hands were like great and the game was going very well for us until that hand. Like, that hand was abysmal. That's not bad. Let's take 5 and see what Nathaniel does after this. And we'll kind of go forward from here. Yo, what's up, Trent? Sill's going well. I'm 0-2 in Nathaniel so far, but I feel like I'm picking up some things about the format that I did not pick up from the other night, from this past weekend. So like I think it's been going pretty well. I think this has been a good learning experience. So we're going to play Money Where Your Mouth Is, and then we're going to come in for 10 with Adrenaline Rush. And we are going to wager the gold token here because there's a lot of value in this turn cycle for us. I'm very glad that I decided not to block 6 that turn. I was going to block 6, take 2, go to 12, and then like let Nathaniel's last attack hit us. But since he got his tokens there, he's actually able to like arsenal his card and like try to set up for a more explosive turn next cycle here, which is kind of crazy. Only tier 2, tier 1s are Dromai and Lexi. So it sounds like that's an outdated list from like nationals this past year. If Dromai and Lexi are the number 1 decks on there, then like that's pretty outdated because Lexi's living legend right now. So like Lexi's not even like legal in the CC format. So I think that's an outdated website. Like maybe they haven't updated it recently. Cause that's not like one of those decks was like super OP when it was in the format, but it's not even in the format anymore. Man, I really don't want to take 4 here. I won't lie to you, Nathaniel. But I'm tempted.
Oh shoot, I can't do that.
Okay. You want to undo, or does it still work?
Let me undo. Let's see here.
Not having on the turn go again hurts the warrior pull a little bit. So Trent, I agree completely. Like you need to have. Oh no, I'm in danger. Having go again is extremely strong. Like one of the like honestly having go again like agility tokens are the best token in this format. And also yeah, down but not out is an insanely strong card. Completely agree. So let's think about this. I mean, we're talking about me going to 2 here. Is there a better line here instead of me taking 2? Or instead of me going to 2? I mean, if I block 2, we're looking at I don't know. I mean, that's a pretty solid turn here. Going to 2 is terrifying, though. Oh, okay.
Oh god.
So, 6, so 72. So I have access to 6. I need 5. So I'd be spending 7, and then I'd guarantee that I have a 7th one after drawing no matter what. I don't know. I think we're better off just to play it this way.
Hold them.
Yep. So, all right, Kenny Rogers. All right, we're gonna wager a vigor here. Coming in for 8.
You're sitting at the table.
I hope you guys are enjoying Nathaniel's rendition of Know when to hold them.
You gotta know when to hold them.
Over here
Know when to fold them.
trying to re-chat. This fool's over here screaming in my ear. Oh. I mean, yeah, absolutely. The deck that came in second at Battle Hardened Cincinnati was really good. Like, and he lost to Bravo in the finals. I mean, to be fair, he lost to Michael Hamilton, who's like one of the best players in the world. But it was, yeah, it was a really good event. And like Bolton doing that well that weekend, like I feel like is definitely a good step if you're looking to like get back in on a competitive level. I think Bolton's in a lot better spot right now. Like I think Bolton's in a really good spot, honestly.
Oh, this is Sag.
Please don't have a reinforcer line.
Oh, it's so Sag.
I know there's some in the pool, so even if Nathaniel does have a reinforcer line, we get an agility token for next turn, and we get him. Let's go.
It's gonna throw 11.
I bet you were gonna do something dumb. I believe that. I firmly believe that.
Attack reaction's good.
Attack reactions. I mean, honestly, like when we get to this low life total, it's like where Warrior lives at. Like I just think it makes it really good for Warrior.
Yep.
All right, so let's see what hero you want to play next from our sealed pool. I just played Kasai. You just played Betsy.
Yeah, I kind of want to play that Kasai deck. I just haven't played enough Kasai.
No, that's good because I want to play KO. I need practice in the Brute class in this sealed format before this weekend.
Right.
So
this might be the worst KO sealed deck.
It might be, but
I mean, Mighty Wind-Up's good. But
it's like we have some decent cards. Like it's not completely terrible. Like I agree, it's definitely worse than the last one, like by far. But we're gonna see what we can make happen here. So Bravo, one of the Bravos did LL. You are correct, Bosun. That was Bravo, star of the show, otherwise known as Starvo. But Bravo's Showstopper is still in the format right now. He's not LL'd yet. Other than that, how was the play, Mrs. Lincoln?
I spit on the star of the show.
Shut up.
I spit on the name.
So we're not going to play Mini Medax. I think this is a claw matchup, honestly. Like I think the only time that you'd even want to play Mini Medax is honestly going to be in Riptide. Sorry, Riptide. Rhinar. Jesus. Shut up, Nathaniel. All right, so we got trackers, we got arm piece, we got the block with less life, chest piece, and we have the head piece after they've drawn a card, which I think is what we want. I'm debating if I want a yellow reinforce and test of agility. I think test of agility is pretty good for me. We're going to bring in the yellow reinforce to try and play around some pumps here. We'll try to arsenal it early and kind of set up here. Dude, so the Smashback Ale card and honestly, like that entire cycle of cards is insane, bro. Like, absolutely insane. Like, those cards are so good, dude. So good.
Good stuff.
But yeah, raw meat was really good. Like, it's probably like we were talking earlier, Trent, about how like KO gets probably the most value out of, like, it's consistently able to get the value out of the chess piece or the piece that blocks for 2 and then blocks for 1 if you have both tokens more consistently than anything else. Okay.
I didn't realize I had to pass there.
Oh, no, you're good, dude. So I honestly think we're just blocking with this, even though I'm not a huge fan of it. If we draw into something good, we could have a really good turn here. Like, this could turn into a really solid turn depending on what we draw right here. I mean, I would say that's pretty solid. If only it was a beast within. Beggars can't be choosers, though.
Oh,
And we discard the
What is
wage
this?
agility to come in for 12.
this wasn't supposed to happen.
I'm the aggro player now. Also, this was completely wrong. I think I'm supposed to make an agility token. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I should definitely just make an agility token here. And then do this way. Dude, KO's going crazy, Harrison. Going crazy, bro. Like, the good news for Nathaniel is that he does have the beckon applause he can block with. Or not.
If you already made an agility, it's not too bad to defend that.
Nobody wins. I could have super go again.
Oh, I actually forgot about the beck and applause.
Would you like to undo and block with it?
Yeah, I 100% need
Yeah,
to
I wondered why you
block with
didn't.
that.
I was like, don't get me wrong. I'm all about waiting on
Yeah.
equipment, but I was like, man, that seems like a really good block right there.
Yeah, waiting on equipment in this format is not.
It's not very cash
unless it's
money.
the specializations.
Oh, that's pretty good. The old
Mhm.
draw swords cards. A final form of KO and CC, and I'm so happy with this. Especially from our first CC day. Oh, dude, did you get all the cards you need? Like, did you end up buying a lot of the cards from pre-release, or are you saying like you finally landed on like a list that you actually really like? Seven.
7.
Ew. You stop that. Silly Nathaniel.
I would like to not stop that. I'd like that to keep going.
Bet you would. Filthy mongrel. I think I'm gonna have to take 5 here. Let's believe I'm buying it in paper the second Heavy Hitters releases.
Give me a gold.
Dude, I get that. So I'm trying to play Victor this weekend, Harrison, I'm going to Hartford this weekend, and if I play in the Battle Hardened, I'm trying to play Victor. So I have been scrounging to find cards everywhere.
Give me more gold.
Stop. Just leave me alone.
Give me more gold.
Your mom. Am I supposed to just block one with the chess piece here and take the value? I think so. I think I have to give you the gold. My hand's too good. All right, so 8 go again because of the agility token and the might token. Dude, Red Adrenaline Rush is looking cool. Red Adrenaline Rush is looking really good. Making me think about my plays, and I like it. Release. Yeah, dude, Victor can do some really dumb stuff, man. I have a few friends who want Hartford. I was going to go, but I'm celebrating so much. Hey, man, I completely get that, dude. Like you're talking to somebody who loves cards. Like, honestly, like, I love to play cards, and like I like to travel as much as I can. Also, I'm sorry. We're gonna do this because I'm not gonna make one this turn.
Gotcha.
And I think it's better to do this. But yeah, no, I completely get that, man. Like, life comes before life comes before anything else. I completely agree, man. Like, being there for your buddy, absolutely. That is definitely the right call there. Although I wish I was going to get to meet you at Hartford this weekend. Cast Bones is indeed OP. I am inclined to agree with you. So Trent, since I'm playing Adrenaline Rush is only turned on if I have less life than Nathaniel. So if I throw my card here and Intima card from his hand, and he just like takes, 6 or 7 or takes 5 or something, or even if he just takes 3, we're in a spot where like our adrenaline rush isn't turned on. Normally, I agree with you. I would rather play the pack hunt and intimidate a card from him first, to be able to make his blocks awkward there. But with the adrenaline rush, I feel like I needed to play it first to guarantee I'm going to get the adrenaline rush value. Casually throwing 14 in limited. Joke's on us. This was the best KO deck.
Honestly,
we're showing how bad we are at limited right now, live in front of everybody. Oh man, I mean, dude, I couldn't even beat Naive. Bro,
who wanted to know you couldn't even beat Naive? I couldn't even beat that guy that's on the Runaways now. Are
you having a stroke?
I'm thinking.
All right. Well, you let me know when you figure it out.
Okay, I'll figure it out.
All right. I mean, sheesh. Yeah, you draw a card. Spend those gold tokens.
I will. And I'll have fun doing it.
Oh, dude, you live close to Hartford? How far are you away from Hartford? And I was like, dude, if you live that close, it's Big Sag. Dude, listen, listen, Slip. We could have a night where I just play bad cards in CC and don't like, bro, I would play Adrenaline Rush in CC in a second. Like, we should just have a stream of playing cards that nobody plays. And we'll just play like Scar for a Scar, Arcanite Skullcap, Adrenaline Rush, all these cards. Like,
I really got boomed on this one.
I'd love to watch that. I think it would be a fun stream, honestly. Boston represent, dude, let's go. I was like, man, me and Nathaniel have like a 8-hour flight ahead of us. I'm going to force you to give it go again without me blocking. Was your hand really bad, or do you have go again here?
I have no go again. This is
Oh, wow. So if I block, you get an agility token for next turn.
Yeah. The Intimidate was kind of weird.
That's fair.
So, like, kind of screwed up my hand.
So, down but not out could actually be insane here, Trent. I do agree with you, but are we playing that over playing lead with speed and our red here that I'm hovering over? I'm not going to give away too much information. But we could also and we're also going to be able to discard this. So like, actually, do I want the agility token, or do I just want to claw and then discard this and then play this card? I mean, that's pretty good. It's not bad. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, it's not like a super long flight or anything. Did I say 8 hours? I mean, oh, I guess our flight's not 8 hours. I guess our flight's like 4 hours with stops. Ignore me. Carly in there catching me on my garbage. What'd you say, Nathaniel?
Technically a 4-card 7. 4-card 7.
Dude, you love the 4-card 7s.
Uh-huh.
I was telling Alexander the other day, dude, you want the 4-card 7s. And he was like, card advantage. And I was like, your mom. So, But you know how those conversations go.
Yeah. That's just a general conversation with Alexander right there.
So, to be fair, I feel like it's a general conversation with me and Alexander. Like, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like it's all Alexander. I definitely throw gas on that fire. So I think the claw is better here. Do you think agility is better than claw here, Nathaniel? Agility for next turn or claw?
What do you mean? Like, you either make an agility or you don't throw a claw here?
So I have a blue lead with speed. I can set up 2 mites with an agility and throw Bear Fangs at you for 7 or 9, depending on what we draw and discard.
Mm-hmm.
I can pitch the lead with speed to come in with Claw, discard Wind Up, make 2 Might tokens so it gets go again, and then I can throw the Bear Fangs for 8. 6 or 8. So it's 9 or 11 with no agility token and 2 mites for next turn. Or it's 7 or 9 with an agility token and 2 mites for next turn.
I think the 2 mites is value enough.
Okay.
I mean, you can either get your 3 now or your 3 later. Basically.
Or I'm sorry, it's actually Claw for 4 and then Bear Fangs here. So it. Right. But either way, I just have to take away one of the points off the Bear Fangs I was pointing out there.
Yeah.
Way better off with the Bear Fangs. Yeah, because I'm higher health, it definitely makes that decision a little bit easier there, Trent. You're absolutely right. Oh, dude, I hate stops on flights, Harrison. I 100% hate them, bro. Like, flights, like stops on flights, I would rather just take 1 flight, like every day of my life. Like, if I was going to fly. I am not a fan of stops at all. And we hit a Pound Town. Let's go. KO represent. Oh, and we win the Clash. Num, 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 num. Why did I listen to chat? I need my agility token. No, I'm just kidding. Man. I mean, that's going to be for 7. We don't even have a card to discard here. We could technically pitch this to play this and then come in with the Pack Hunt. So we'd have a Might token for next turn, but we'd have to say no blocks here, which is kind of scary. So we'd come in for 8. We'd be at 5, come in for 8. And then Nathaniel would probably have 2 cards in hand and 1 card in arsenal. And we'd have potential go again for next turn. Or I could block 2, take 1, go to 6. Taking Nathaniel to Pound Town. I love it. Yeah, why don't you know my flight info, Curly? That's
a... say that ever again.
Well, I'm definitely going to say it again now just because I know it bothers you. So, yeah, I think we fly into DC. I think is what I said. I think is what the flight info is. And then we fly it straight into Hartford. But yeah, you should definitely know my flight info, Carly. I'll make sure I email it to you. I mean, let's block 2, not take 1. And then what we'll do is we'll just come in for 7, pitching this, and then we'll arsenal this. I think this is a better play. I think this is the best play that we could have made this turn without making an agility last turn. Plus, we're keeping a card that blocks extremely well in our deck. And the longer the game goes on, the more of those cards we're going to need against Nathaniel. Let's Intimidate. I really like Pack Hunt. Love that this card is a 2 for 6 at red that intimidates. The value. Mm-hmm. Oh, is there a starting stake playmat? I actually didn't know there was one, Harrison, but that's cool though, dude. I mean, you are right. Heavy Hitters is a blast, dude. Heavy Hitters is a lot of fun. Like, I'm having a really good time playing Heavy Hitters format in general. All right, so Nathaniel has 2 cards and 1 in arsenal, just like we predicted here. I mean, this isn't a bad turn. Like, honestly, not a bad turn. Charlotte is such a nice airport. I mean, like, Charlotte's a fine airport. I don't know that I'd really refer to any airport as nice, but that's just because I hate sitting in airports, personally. But I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't know that I've ever been to an airport that I truly hate. Like one that's like terrible. Like O'Hare is like super busy, and like even O'Hare is fine to get through in my opinion. I did see the Rolf playmat that you posted. I did see that earlier. I actually really liked that. I thought that was really funny. I think this is honestly the best turn that Nathaniel could have had for us. Like, I just do not think that it got any better than that for us. The like just being able to use the reinforcement line there. I was worried that the reinforcement line was going to be awkward, but like having it there was just so good. Makes me wonder if honestly maybe I shouldn't have them in against you. Because if you're just throwing sabers, they are really weird. What do you think? Do you like reinforce into Kasai or no?
I think it get awkward.
It can get awkward fast.
Yep.
That's what worries me. My man said, I've been saving for this. He said, listen, the kids aren't going to college, but I've been saving for this. Dude, I love it, man. That's awesome. I hope you end up being able to get the mat and everything, honestly. Like,
it's actually super bad.
I mean, yeah, I was like this works out really well for me because he has to give me every card. If he has 2/2 blocks in his hand, which is like insane value for us. Hey, Kafrika, what's up, dude? Yeah, we're pretty excited to get some calling practice in tonight, to be kind of prepared for Hartford. But yeah, dude, please.
Brick.
Okay, so give me all of his cards here. Yeah, I have to admit, I'm really excited for Hartford, and dude, please come say hi to me. I'd absolutely love to get to meet you. Absolutely, man. I love to meet everybody. I just tell everybody, you guys have to come see me because like I can't. I don't know you guys, so. So I mean, we get to give the claw go again, and we get to set up an agility for next turn and take it minimum 3 cards out of his hand. I don't think there's a better line here. We do have to be a little bit careful. We only have 13 cards left in our deck, so we have to be a little bit careful here. Depends on how aggressive the Kasai is. I mean, that makes sense. Like, the reinforcement line lined up so well for us because Nathaniel threw an agile windup at us. If he just throws a saber at us, like, we have to block 3, and then if Nathaniel, like, says okay, and then throws the next saber at us, we have to block with another card to use our reinforce. So, like, can be really awkward at times. I love that we get a might off of that, too. Like, just the value off of that is crazy. I wonder if Reinhard is going to play Beast Mode as a 3 for 8. What'd you say?
3 blocks. Just need to draw 2 3 blocks. That's it.
Oh, wow. That feels really good.
Yep.
I think I'm just gonna draw a card here, right? And even if I draw another red, like, I think I have to draw a card here, right? Like, this hand's not great. No, hang on. I think we're just gonna pitch this. So, I mean, again, we can claw and then throw this. Just kind of what we have to do here. Which we could have done before we drew, but we have a wage agility on top at blue, which comes in for 5. We're going to attack, and we're going to pitch all of our cards here. Ideal situation is that Nathaniel has to take a damage and give us all of his cards. I think we're going to go here, then here. I mean, this hand's not great, but I think it does the job. I mean, this is going to be for 8. There's no reason to wager anything here because the only person that it benefits is Nathaniel, 100% here. Forget those kids, give me my cardboard. Bro, I'm dead. That's amazing. Oh, man. So that doesn't work here because of that specifically? So lead with speed, and then these are both 5s. So, I mean, unfortunately, this is the best thing we can do this turn, but we are going to set up with the attempt to be able to, force Nathaniel's hand next turn, and he does only have 1 card in hand, so we might be at a spot, since we're at 6, where we're just blocking out in hopes of, literally just running him out of cards here. He's going to discard a card to rally. Yep. Listen, man, depending on what kind of parents you have, the kids might be on cardboard, Craig. So, I mean, with him having 1 card in hand and 1 in arsenal, we literally just have to, not die here. And what do we die to? The 2 for 5 here? If he pitches his card to play the 2 for 5 from Arsenal, we take 3 and go to 3. Right? Because 3 and 5 is 8, and I'm blocking 5. I think I'm going to block this way. Wait, I did not mean to block with both of my blues like that. We want to block like this. Oh, nobody wins. We could have had Super go again here. Put some hair on your chest. Oh, man. Listen, I didn't get into cardboard crack until I was in college, man. My life was great till I got to college. Cards has taken my financial spending way down. Okay, so we did play around the 2 for 5. So
You could also just not block.
I mean, that's true. Literally, you just can't play it, right? If I don't block. Yeah. So, yeah. And with me being, what was I at? 6?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, with me being at 6, I think I'm pretty safe to,
Yeah, my best play was a 1 for 3.
Just not block, because even if you have the 1 for 3 there, I'm still okay.
Yeah.
And none of the 0 for 3 reactions are active because I have the none of the 0 for 3 wager or the reactions were active because you weren't wagering a card there.
Yeah.
Listen, we don't talk about hair in other places, Slip.
How did that KO deck, man?
Dude, I honestly the deck felt a lot stronger.
Your bear fangs were just like cracked.
We need to take a look at this deck again because that deck felt really good. I'm pulling it up on stream so we can look at it because that deck felt really strong. I mean, okay, so let's be real here. I had multiple turns with agility tokens.
Mm-hmm.
I discarded an agile windup. What else did we do? I used lead with speed late in the game to get one. What else did we do? Where else did we get agility tokens? I mean, how did I have so much go again?
That's what I'm saying.
So I had go again one time off the performance bonus.
And you have flat trackers.
So I used a lot of my cards. I used 2 agility tokens to actually throw 2 attacks. The other times I was discarding a card to give my claw go again.
Right.
And I mean, I do have 6 winds up. Yeah, I have 5 mighty winds up and 1 agile wind up. So like having those made this deck.
Yeah.
That and the adrenaline rush for 8 followed by a 6 was actually crazy.
Yeah.
So
did you play 31 cards? Did you play you played reinforced line?
I brought in the 1 reinforce and the test of agility. So I played 33. So I'm thinking we should play 1 more. Unless you need to call it a night. I know you got to work tomorrow.
No, we can play 1 more.
So what deck do you think is the best from the first pool?
I think it's the KO deck.
Okay.
Despite the fact that it didn't win.
So
this KO deck is like that deck, but with more cards in it.
So I think that I also agree the KO deck is the best deck from the first sealed pool. And I think that even though like that I won that game, I think the Kasai deck is the best deck from the second pool.
I do think so.
So let me play the Kasai deck and you play the KO deck. Or would you rather me play the KO deck and you play the Kasai deck so you can get more Kasai practice?
I'll play the KO deck.
Okay.
I played Kasai 2 or 3 times, right?
Yeah, I played KO a couple times, so I feel like I've got some decent practice there. All right, I just sent you the game link so you'll have it.
I'm glad we did this because I feel like I understand better like what cards have utility where.
Yeah.
Just from a few games, honestly.
No, I agree. I feel like I have a lot better understanding of like where things are at after these games too. So I mean, I would definitely want to go second in this matchup, I think. KO draws quite a few cards off cards like Bear Fangs. So we'll leave in the face adversity because it'll pretty much be a free block. I actually kind of like the reinforcement line here in this matchup. And man, so is Test of Agility worth it? Like, I'm going to lose the clash more than likely. But man, 4 block is 4 block. What do you think, Nathaniel?
I think you'd never give it to KO.
Okay.
Almost never.
All right, well, let's try it with 38 cards. Because I don't think I want the blue reinforced line, because I mean that's literally just a 2 block, like, and you're not overpowering things. I like the yellow reinforced because it's the 3 block. So we'll try it like this and see what we can get here. I love having flat trackers. Like, flat trackers is so good.
I think
Okay.
we're just popping, maybe.
Okay.
We're just popping. Give me the might token.
I mean, having 2 mites and an agility to start the game is like really solid here.
Oh,
I mean, I also think we're just doing this. Is your hand good or bad?
so good.
It's so good?
It's so good.
Okay. Well, I'm excited to see it now. All right, hang on 2 seconds. This water's running through me. I'll be right back. I gotta run to the bathroom thing. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
I'm taking 2, by the way.
Huh?
And or more. I'm taking 2, and if it's 10, I'm taking 10.
All right, let's see here. I'm gonna play this real quick so that you can set up and do your turn, and then I'll block and figure out what I'm doing when I get back.
Alrighty.
So, God, your turn must be insane. I'm honestly terrified. I'll be right back.
Alright. I got a P2.
Okay. Whew, we made it. We did it, boys. Pitch this to do this, and then do that. That's actually crazy, right? Wow. Yeah, it's actually really good. My buddies open a Marvel Kasai, a Marvel Young Kasai pre-release. Oh my gosh, open both, dude? Opening both should be illegal. That's crazy. That's like wild that he opened both. What did you discard?
Mighty Wind Up.
9
Claw
go
for
again.
9. Claw for 9.
You shut your mouth when you're talking to me, Nathaniel. Jesus.
Putting up Leviathan numbers right now.
Yeah, bruh. I'm here. I can read.
Uh,
I mean, let's block 5. Like, we'll at least like see what's coming next here. I can't even get a Marvel. Gale, we truly live in this society, bro. I get that. I mean, yeah. Did nobody win?
I guess not.
Oh, 7 and you revealed a 6. Wow, we actually tied there. That's crazy. All right, let's see here. Honest thoughts on Victor. Valking is great, but if that's all you're focusing on, you won't win. Currently undefeated versus Victor is my honest opinion from what I've seen. So, I mean, dude, I'm not going to lie, man. I have been, like, really, like just honestly abusing people online with it. Like, Victor has felt very strong. I think there are multiple people on my team who are considering playing Victor for RTN season. Like, we're all testing Victor right now, and like Victor feels really strong. Now, I agree that Into Brute like is where he runs into some of his problems wholeheartedly, because like he just like if KO gets rolling, I think KO might be one of the best decks in the format. Also, Levy is up there, I think. So, oh, that's kind of good. You get to put something on top, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, honestly, I think Victor's really strong. But I think if people are only focusing on getting value when they are blocking, then I think they're playing Victor incorrectly. Is my my take on that. So I think he's a lot better than just like blocking and trying to get value here.
It's pretty good.
I mean, no, like Slip, I completely get it, man. Like you're only seeing it from like, like the KO or the Rhinar point of view, or whichever hero you're playing into it. And when you're beating up on people online, like it's very easy to like think that the matchup is very like one way or another. I'm very guilty of it myself. I think we all are as players, to be honest. Like I think it happens to all of us. Just brute in general, yeah. And then we'll attack for 2 here. Was like I was going to activate Kasai, but then I remember that Nathaniel just has his chess piece for free here. So there's absolutely no reason for me to do that. I mean, we have a pretty decent hand here. Like, can really push some damage depending on what Nathaniel's looking at doing. Yeah. I mean, we'll just throw 7 back at him. We were up a point. We were up a point on the turn cycle exchange, so we'll just throw 7 back at him, and then we'll arsenal our last card here and try to like set up for a more explosive turn. Hey, I played OG Prism as well. Like I really enjoyed OG Prism. You got tired of killing yourself with Levia, so you picked up Rhinar. Rhinar, if I remember correctly, had a pretty decent matchup into Oldhim, didn't it? Do you know, Nathaniel, off the top of your head?
Rhinar?
Yeah.
Oldhim?
I mean, I'm not saying it was like super crazy favored, but like I think they were like slightly favored into Oldhim.
I think it was fine. I think it was 50-50 to maybe better for Rhinar.
Yeah. Yes. Give me those 2 blocks. Let's go. Yeah, making Oldhim Force like to be able to block poorly was like such a crazy value play that you got.
Mm-hmm.
So, is there a 3-block defense reaction that says deal a damage if you control X token for all 3 cycles?
Block card, huh?
Like the card that says block, and if you control X token, deal 1 damage to your opponent. Is that a card for all 3 hero cycles? Like for Brute, Guardian, and Warrior, can you have one of those in your deck?
I think it's Brute specific.
Well, the card that you have it in is a dual class card. I know you can play it in Warrior because I was playing it in Warrior against you. Or no, I was playing it in Brute against you.
I'm just look at it. Brute Warrior block.
Brute Warrior block.
And then the Brute Guardian one is like to put it back on top of your deck, and then the Warrior Guardian
is gain a life. So
Yep.
you can have the card that says deal a damage to me.
Yes.
Now, I know you don't because I know our pools, but I can never play like that in a live environment, I don't think.
You would be wrong. Because you know our pools.
We do have one?
Yeah.
No, I didn't think we did.
Yeah.
Either way, I would never go to 1 here.
Yeah, you don't want to. And it's might token specific.
And it's might token, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, agility deal damage. Did I play it last game? I thought that was game before last, LOL. Or the last time I played KO. That's hilarious. Get out of here with your 1,600 channel points. I've already peed enough today.
2 cards.
I think we have to block with 2 cards here. And I think we just have to, like, take our value swing on the Saber. And we'll try to get a gold here. Because if Nathaniel doesn't have 2/3 blocks, then he's in a pretty bad spot as far as, like, actually blocking the gold out. So get ready to pee some more. Pause, what? I got 4K. He think he needs some extra hydration. Oh my god, dude, get out of here. How much is Big Hydrate? I don't remember how many channel points it is. Is it 500 channel points? Is that what I have it set as? Oh, here we go. We got a Big Hydrate from Slip. Y'all are animals. Oh man, I love how much fun that's been for everybody. Is this just it? If Nathaniel doesn't have something? Oh no. You go to 1.
I hate this crap. Yeah.
Okay, I miscounted. I was like, oh, thanks for playing. Ha 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 ha. Joke's on me.
Still
It is
sucks.
I who can't count. If you draw a card, that'd be cool.
If you drew a card, that'd be cool.
I mean,
You're the one with the gold token.
yeah, but you play cards that draw cards. I'm debating if this card is better in my arsenal right now. Or if this card is better taking a card out of Nathaniel's hand. Like, there may not be a huge chance he can actually use all 4 cards. Now, I mean, don't get me wrong, he probably can't, like, he might be able to, but, like, I don't know, like,
I think you should pop Golden Sin Saber here.
yeah, I bet you think that, don't you? I think we're just gonna arsenal this. I think this is a card that could, like, try to get us back into it. Hopefully. I don't know, like, this has been an interesting game. God, this format is so much fun. Slip, I got you on the Big Hydrate right after this game. I don't have any more water in my cup, brother. We'll get a Big Hydrate after this. Actually, we'll get a Big Hydrate after this, and then we'll recap Sealed with Nathaniel and talk here for a couple of minutes before Nathaniel gets out of here for the evening.
Are you using this cup?
No.
You're chugging this whole thing?
No. Like, I'm saying you can have that cup if you need it for something.
No, I don't. I was going to fill up water for you.
Oh, thank you.
I was...
Thank you.
You're chugging that entire
Don't make it super cold, please. I can't do it if it's super cold. Don't look at me like that. Okay, so 6 no-go again. You love to see it. You love to see it.
No. hate trading.
Get out of here.
So bad.
I still think we're supposed to just play this, and then Arsenal this card here. If we win the Clash, nobody wins the Clash.
Test the temperature.
Oh my god, get out of here. You're such a troll, Carly. Oh, man. CC after? No, I'm probably going to call it a night afterwards. We'll probably call it a stream here after we kind of wrap up and talk about, the format a little bit. But I do think that, I think we're going to get some, I think we're going to get some Victor games live on stream on, I think we're going to get some Victor games live on Thursday. Because Nathaniel's got to work, so I don't think we're going to be able to. I don't think we're going to be able to play. I don't think we're going to be able to play Sealed again on Thursday.
This is actually so bad.
Slip said thanks for the water, Carly. Slip said thanks for the water. Huh?
Yeah, I'm responding.
Oh, you okay? Big hydrate.
I hold a blue, I'm fine. But it is agility token. It's Spirit Warrior.
Oh boy. Why can't you hold a blue?
I got a no blocking in.
Oh, that sucks. Is it like do nothing bad or like?
Yeah, it's like do nothing bad.
That sucks.
Got a red no block.
So it's unfortunate, but I think we're going to have to give Nathaniel his equipment piece that he wants to use here.
Hey.
All right, so this is 5 no go again, but we do get to set up an agility and a vigor token for next turn, which I really like. Okay, whoa, 20 minutes later. Listen, I can only chug so fast. Get out of here. And then
Kill me.
yeah, I was like, we're just gonna play it, and if Nathaniel has a 0 for 2, he has a 0 for 2. So, did you win the first 2? And then, did I win the last 3 or the last 2?
Last 2.
Last 2.
Yeah,
So-
1 3 in a row, and then
Okay. I couldn't remember, but man. So this
I won
Kasai
the
deck is
Betsy.
just heckin' strong. Like
yeah, because that deck good.
this Kasai list is really good. Man. Do you like the first pool better or the second pool better? If you had to like kind of guess.
I would take the second pool probably.
So do I.
Almost always.
That's what I think too. Interesting. All right, so what are things like, let's just kind of like recap for a moment here. Slip said that the wild ride turn also really hurt you. And he's absolutely right. Because if you're able to discard a 6 with go again and then throw the claw at me, it completely changes it.
Yeah.
Phlebotomist must love you? I don't even understand that, dude.
My other option was to throw 7, and that's about it. So
Yeah, no, I mean, I completely understand. So if you throw 7, I just give you the headpiece to cover it up, so it doesn't change the game.
yeah.
I don't know. That's interesting. All right, so talking about limited this weekend, what are some like bomb cards you're looking to open? Like, what's a card you would look at and like it would almost like kind of force you into a certain direction?
Flat trackers, first of all. As far as equipment goes, any that or any specialization.
Okay,
First
so
thing I'm
like
looking
up
at.
the ante.
Not up the ante. Sorry. More like equipment specialization, because two temper is good.
So like the Olympia spec, the helmet, the Betsy spec,
If
the Kasai helmet is insane.
the Olympia spec would almost make me want to play Olympia.
I think if you open the Olympia helmet, you're supposed to.
Yeah, I think so.
Honestly, trying to
two
think.
temper is good.
Which one is that one?
Huh?
Which one is that one?
I'm just saying two temper is good. Always.
Oh yeah.
And then it'll also get its effect.
100%. You can block for 2. Betsy spec is probably a forced Betsy headpiece. The Betsy headpiece. Yeah, I agree with that.
If you have enough, yeah. If you have enough, like.
If you're looking at 12 blues or more, I think.
Yeah. 3-for-7s and blues. I did not like playing Betsy on 10 blues.
Betsy on 10 blues did not feel good. I honestly think it was a miracle I went 3-1 Friday night.
As far as bomb cards, like actual cards.
Yeah. So
always looking at the windups. And then if there was like a bomb card that you're just putting in there.
So like what's a
I'm gonna try to say no generics so that like it would force me to go in a direction.
So hit me with an M that like forces your hand one way or another. That's not a generic.
It's commanding performance an M.
Yes. Commanding performance is an M. The Golden Sun is an M.
Yeah. I mean,
up the ante is an M.
If I have enough blues.
Okay.
Yeah. If you had a what's the Clash?
Oh, Trounce.
Yeah, Trounce.
Trounce is insane.
Would almost make me want to play Victor.
Trounce is so good, dude. Trounce is like one of the craziest things. Like it's such a good card. You know, honestly, man, like I know you made the comment that like, you know, you probably wouldn't play Olympia like even with up the ante, but like if you have a decent warrior pool and up the ante, I think it's almost always correct to be on Olympia.
Yeah, tokens get you value.
Well, like the tokens get you value, and like that card is just a +3. Like that card is a +3, and you get to wager every token at instant speed.
Right. Yeah, Kasai. I mean, okay, what's Kasai got going for it after that? If you have the ante.
I mean, like Kasai just has her ability to generate gold, but like Olympia's ability also just lets you wager to generate gold. So I don't know. That's interesting.
I feel like you have extra resources too sometimes.
What'd you say?
I feel like you have extra resources with Kasai too, like especially with bigger tokens, where it's like drawing a card and making them not cost anything doesn't necessarily gain you much.
I mean, that's fair.
All the time.
Like, yeah, no, that's fair. I think that makes sense. So. All right. Well, man, thanks for playing games tonight. And thanks for putting the sealed decks together. I think I took away some good things from tonight, so I think this was very beneficial moving forward for me. I hope you feel the same way after tonight.
Yeah, I think so.
So
for sure.
All right. Well, man, I am gonna get out of here. I'm gonna finish up the stream here and then hop off. I appreciate you being here, and I will yell at you later.
Sounds good.
All right. See you, dog.
See you, man.
Okay. Well, Nathaniel here to like. What did Carly say? I don't know what Carly's talking to somebody in there, but I thought she was talking to me. Anyway, I really had a good time tonight. I really think that the way that like this is set up, like I don't know, like this was a really complicated way to have to play sealed online, and it required me to have somebody else. But I think this was good experience for Hartford, and considering it's a week 1 calling for sealed, I think this was like definitely needed, and it's going to help me evaluate some of the cards in a better way moving forward. So Oh, this was good practice tonight. I really enjoyed it. Got to get some more experience on the heroes. I think we're gonna try and probably play sealed like Friday night before the calling on Saturday. I think we might try and buy like a box Friday when we get there or something like that and play some sealed with some guys at the house. So I think Hartford's going to be fun regardless. I always have a good time, and I'm excited to meet some different people and see some people I know before. So I'm really excited, but I'm excited to play limited. CC is something we play all the time. I love playing limited though. Limited's a blast. Absolutely. Dude, Slip with another big hydrate. I will get another big hydrate here before we get out of here tonight. With normal cards and I'm leaving this. Hey, dude, I mean, 10 cards and 3 CNCs isn't bad. You can probably like get on like the Facebook Marketplace and like find some cheap CNCs, honestly, Bosun. Like, you'll probably be able to find like some pretty cheap, like, I mean, I say cheap, cheap's relative, but you'll be able to find some like, you know, like decently priced CNCs online if you look and like, you know, wait for the right time to buy and some stuff like that. So definitely a good place to start though, man. I'm glad that you were able to find most of the cards. That's great, man. I'm going to go run and fill up my cup real quick so that we can do one more big hydrate and then we'll wrap up the stream for the night. So I'll be back in just a minute, guys. Dude, absolutely, man. Happy to help, Bosun. I'm happy to help in any way that I can, man. I love helping the Fab community and grow in any way that I can, dude. So absolutely, man. Welcome back to the game, brother. I'm glad you're still back, man. Have the exact same headphones, dude. I love my HyperXs, man. They're awesome. They're great. They're great. They're honestly great headphones. And dude, Caleb, don't be knocking white border cards, brother. I love some white border cards now. That's a good way to start a fight, but I love white border cards. All right, last big hydrate, and we're gonna get out of here. Woo! All right, there it is. Wait, what are white border cards? Bosun, they're actually like literally white border cards. Like, I don't know if you ever played Magic or anything back in the day, but they're literally cards that like they're just Command and Conquers, and then like they literally just have a white border around the edge of them. So like the text box hasn't changed or anything, but the borders of them are literally just white all the way around. They're called History Pack. You can find those. You can find like. A lot of people don't like the white border cards. I love them personally, but you can find white border Command & Conquers cheaper than normal Command & Conquers, I think. And they're from History Pack is where you can find them. Yeah, they're absolutely legal, man. They're absolutely legal. They're completely legal cards. Like, there's nothing wrong with them. They're just a different pack. And it was the first time that Flesh and Blood ever offered white border cards. So you should check them out. I have a playset of white border CNC. So I don't think that my CNCs are white border. They might be. I can't remember. I know my E-Strikes are. My Dash deck is completely white bordered except for all the new cards that aren't in white bordered. So I've white bordered that out completely. 100%. All right. Guys, thanks so much for hanging out tonight. I appreciate you guys being here. I had a good time. No stream tomorrow, but I will be back on Thursday. We'll be playing some Victor CC more than likely on Thursday, prepping for the Battle Hardened in case I scrub out the calling on Saturday. So thanks for hanging out. Have a good Wednesday, and I'll see you guys on Thursday.